Now I'm live? Do I have to do it all over again? My queen to protect you from evil sin. Never fear, I'm here and I will protect you. And smile like you always do. You're the queen to my country, I'm a loyal servant to thee. Triple twins torn apart. Ah! Now everyone knows my secrets. Stream's just running far behind. I'm gonna refresh it. There we go. It's still behind. Whatever. What am I looking for? 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 What am I... Ah! It's the file that's marked was Masato's forehead. Okay. There she blows. I should have been more prepared. Make Kaila disappear into the ether, and now let us work on Yuya. Finally. I ended up... well, I'm gonna talk right now because no one's here. I'm not sure if anyone will come, because usually I don't do art streams at last minute, but this time I decided to. Actually, wait, no. 14 years ago, we were born on this blessed day. I don't remember my own lyrics that I made. Fum diddly dum. Tales of Hollis. There we go. Now, I want to open up in here. Oh my goodness, that looks awful. I need to fix this. It's like, hello, Derek. Yes, I'm doing relatively sleepy. I usually don't do art streams at last minute, but I actually was going to stream last Thursday, but then I realized I probably should finish up my commission first, and I did. And so, I'm like, okay, so I'll stream on Friday, but I'm not sure if I'll be done with my commission then. And then I'm like, okay, maybe Saturday. But I think I've like totally finished it on Saturday and stuff. So I was just like, I just want to make sure I get that stuff done. I had some other things I need to finish up, so I was just like, let us just not do that. And then I was like, okay, I'll stream on Monday. And I was like, I should probably set it up. I was like last night, but it was like by the time I remembered, I was like, I'm already watching Superman with my brother, and it's like the computer's all the way over there, and by over there I mean it's right behind me because I'm still sitting on my computer chair because that's where I watch TV, and I'm just like, I don't want to turn around, and it's like I was already waiting long enough for my stupid brother to come down and sit and watch TV with him because he always takes forever to get there we go. I think I got like a aesthetic. I really like characters. Oh, let me put some music on. I'm gonna put my live music on. Let's see where it is. I got a gazillion playlists here, and I don't know which one's the right one. Here it is. Somewhere around here, there's a song I need to get rid of. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. I cannot play that song. That is more... I thought I could because Amelie was in it, but it's under Mori Calliope's record, so that is a no-no on that one. Mori Calliope doesn't like me playing her music. Well, she probably doesn't mind, but Hololive does. There's a reason why no one messed with those streamers when that whole Hogwarts Legacy debacle broke down. Like, I don't know if any Hololive streamers were streaming Hogwarts Legacy, but all as I do know is that what the heck? I don't care about the copyright claim. I want to listen to actual music, not the YouTube stuff. So anyway, you know most game OSTs are free to use. Maybe just avoid Nintendo. Is that really true? I know a lot of people. I hear so many people using Danganronpa music and Kingdom Hearts music and Persona music, and I'm just like, is that really true? I feel like if I did that, my channel would be nuked from on high. Like, no, I mean, like, I can technically use Amelie's music. I just can't make money. I'll just get a claim on it because I can't make money on it. Oh, hi, John. Anyway, back to drawing. I'll look into that, though. I'll look into that. Because I always did want to use game OST music. And second thought, I'll just use the YouTube music right now because I do want to look into that, and so I'm like, I want to keep my channel. Well, I use video game music all the time, outside of select minority of games. I'll have to look into it. I know there must be some evidence in that because, like I said, I hear so many people use the Danganronpa music. It's unbelievable. And same thing with Persona 5. I don't really hear them using any song, though, outside of the instrumental of Beneath the Mask, though, but I've heard that used a lot. Oh, and I think Tokyo Daylight and Tokyo, whatchamacallit? Tokyo Emergency, yeah. That's what it's called. You'd be surprised. Lolly and Shota and your brother get away with playing copyright music all the time. It's weird. Well, I know in the case of Nora, he uses it, but at the same time, he gets claims and stuff. And it's like, I just don't like dealing with that. I just don't, so I play on the safe side. That's why I'm not even playing Amelie's music, even though it even says in her description, you can use her music, no problem. You'll just get a claim, it'll be fine, nothing will hurt your channel, you just can't make money off of it. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. I don't think I got enough subscribers to be monetized, but my point being is that I just really don't like dealing with nonsense. So I usually like playing it safe. I might turn back on their music though, because like I said, I do enjoy listening to it, and I want to listen to some actual real music, but I just realized as I was listening to Cruel Angel's Pieces, I'm like, I'm up, but I'm not like fully up yet, so maybe I'll ease myself into it. It's funny because when on my old channel, I was a little bit more lax because I would use copyright music for AMVs, but I would always like nightcore it to try to avoid copyright, and that worked for a while because YouTube didn't recognize it, but then YouTube got smart, and then the great nightcore apocalypse happened. Does anyone else listen to Nightcore? Or, like, did listen to Nightcore? I did, and I still do. Like, there are some songs I refuse to listen to regularly. One song is Dum Daddy Doom. You know that, if you know Nightcore, you probably heard that song. It goes, Dum Daddy Doom, Dum Dum Dee Doo Dee Doom, Dum Daddy Doom, Dum Dum Dee Doo Doo Doom. Yeah, I've refused to listen to that song regularly because it's too slow. So it's just like, no. Also, Angel with a Shotgun. I don't listen to that one. Some songs I still listen to both, like Truth Behind the Rose by Wings and Temptations. I listen to that. Well, it's on stream. It's largely just demonetized to stream after you're done. Also, Where Have You Been song? Also, that Where Have You Been song? I don't know what you're talking. So that's how they don't strike all the time. Interesting. Cruel Angel's Feastless makes me want to wake up and sit in a chair. No, I can't stand Nightcore. Yeah, I can understand it. Don't get me wrong. I can understand it. I don't listen to it really anymore. I just listen to, like, okay, so let's go. I want to show off my collection. Wait, no. I forgot where I put it. But no, yeah, I do listen to a few Nightcore songs. Still, but I don't listen to anything new really. The ones I listen to are I have them listed. I don't feel like getting it. I was gonna, but then I realized I probably should focus on the art. So anyway, Truth Behind the Rose, Dum Dunny Doom, Angel with a Shotgun, real classic stuff. That's what I listen to. Why does Angel have a shotgun? Where did they get it? And can I have one as well? I don't know. You have to watch Angel Beats. Angel Beats holds the secret. That was one funny meme. The YouTube artist Caleb has. He did a cover of Angel with a Shotgun, and he actually did, here, let me see. Night was, yeah, here it is. This image right here, he actually made his picture reference this picture because this picture for the Angel with a Shotgun Nightcore video is so popular, and more people listen to the Angel with a Shotgun than they have a Nightcore than they have the original. No one cares about the original. I'm thinking of how to design Yuya as I go. Because all I know is I don't want that. But I don't want it to be, like, totally foreign to that. I'm probably going to go with an idea that's... Should I give them shorts? Nah, shorts look weird. I mean, they don't look weird in real life, but for some reason they look weird when I draw them. Unless it's, like, a younger kid. And Yuya was supposed to be 14. But I wanted him to be... That was back when I was watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And so when I was done with that, I'm like, I wanted to be a little bit older. So I ended up aging him out to about 16. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I had topics planned to discuss, but I gotta think about them now. There should be when I'm streaming it, that's like the music gets so loud. That's another reason why I don't like listening to Elise or anybody else's music, that like YouTube indie music, because it's just like one still sounds too loud, even when my player's on one. So it's just like I don't know what to do, and it's like because I want my voice to be heard, and sometimes when you're playing music that's got like, you know, the vocals and stuff, it's distracting. I think the one funniest thing about playing video game music in your videos is I would have probably a little bit more say than some people. I mean, even though I'm afraid to do it, I think that would be a little bit more okay than some, just because I actually, I'm one of those weirdos, and I actually, you know, I actually bought them off of Amazon. That's funny, because it's like a lot of, I think at one time music was like one of the #1 things that were pirated. I'm not sure if it is now. I think it might have changed. But I know at one time it definitely was music. But I always found it weird because I like music when you do buy it, because music is the one thing that if you buy and you buy it digitally, you actually own it. Like every bit of music that I have digitally, I own on my computer and my cell phone. 'Cause screw Spotify. Only internet song I've been enjoying is chat music. Yeah, I love those. I love that Snow White. I gotta get on my phone. I love it. But yeah, the chat music is pretty gold. I've never listened to anyone except for the Snow White one, but I mean, that one was really funny. I'm gonna give him similar shoes to Misato. Just because it's just like, I believe a shonen boy should have fun shoes. Get lost. One week you're not wanted here anymore. No Apple users allowed. Beat it. Go in the back of the bus. I feel like he's missing something. So I got a scarf. I got cool shoes. I don't want to give him a pattern on his shirt. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'll get him an X. Nah. I think he needs like a jacket or something. I think I'm basically just going for, No. What am I listening to? I was gonna say, I cannot hear this at all. That's the problem. I need to rearrange this. I meticulously organized all of this music, but I just gave up when it came to the YouTube music. I just saw alphabetical and I put it there. I really need to organize it all. I know, Rosa Parks was made to sit in the back of the bus. You ain't even welcome on the bus. No Apple users. Spotify, maybe. Apple, no. But yeah, basically Yuya, if I had to say anything, he's based off of Yuma Tsukumo, and I seem to be basing his current outfit off of Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, that's on one. It's like there's no in between. Some musics are too, some musics are too loud, and then others feel like they're too... Yeah, I actually won't give him a hoodie. Gonna erase the scarf for a bit. Go away, Scarfy. Then be thick lines. I don't know what that is. KCD2? I don't know what that is, so I guess not. I don't play that many video games. I just bought all the Arkham games and Final Fantasy 13, I think. And I haven't played it yet. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Okay, I should have known that. I have been listening to the drama about it, but I haven't played it. No. So outside of Ultima games, I need to. Outside of Ultima games, like these are the games that I've played, and I haven't played all of these. Like my friend bought me this because it was on my wish list. The Cells World versus Sword Online. Among Us, never played. Pac-Man, yes, I played it. 71 minutes of it. Haven't played that game. Played a little bit of this game. Haven't played any of the rest of the Batman games. I have played Bejeweled. Anime game. That's the name of Origami. Have played all three of the Danganronpas. I do like them gameplay-wise. Story-wise, it's a little too dark for me in my case. In some points. That's just a visual novel. Haven't played. Have played that. Haven't played that. Played all the Kingdom Hearts games, obviously. And, played a little bit of this, but was not good at it. Gotta get back to it. And then, haven't played any of the Portals, although Nora's trying to bully me into playing them. And then I have all the Tales games, and I'm only playing Tales of Vesperia, and I suck at it, but I have watched all of the Tales games, not all Tales games. I watched all the cutscenes of Tales of Vesperia, so I do know the plot of it inside and out. Well, I wouldn't say inside and out anymore, because I haven't played it in like a gazillion years. I haven't watched it in a gazillion years, so I don't think I remember anything. But, point being is that those are the games I've played. That's all she wrote, folks. I have played a little bit of Dark Souls, my brother's copy. That's really all. Okay, almost done with the sketch. He's a lot less detailed than Kaila. I'll play Portal 2 with you if you want to do a co-op thing. play Portal. It's amazing. Yeah, I am gonna get around to it, but I've got ever things to do. I've got this. I want to play this. It's a visual game that my friend gave me, Bust the Fellows. Oh wow, season 2's coming soon. I better finish this. I've only played 6 hours of it so far. For some reason, though, every single time I got video game time, though, I ended up opening Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I don't know anything about it that much, but I mean, I know that there's some kind of, what is there not? I mean, I do keep up with the gaming community. I'm not a gamer, and I don't play that many video games, but I do keep with the gaming community. Especially one particular game that's coming out, which I actually always wanted to play. An Assassin's Creed game. I wanted to give it a try, not gonna lie, but at the same time, it's like I have no interest in playing this new one. Screw it. It's like there's no winning. The music sounds too quiet or it sounds too loud. I'm not sure if it does to you guys. Probably doesn't, but for me, it's like... It's not... I don't know why it's called that. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know why it's called that. I don't know why it's called Bustafellas, but it's not as... That's two... Like, there's one game that I play. It's called Collar Malice. It sounds a lot more... When you word it that way, because I'm not sure if you pronounce the X or not, but it's Collar X Malice, but some people just say Collar Malice, and it's like... It sounds so much more kinkier than it is. It's not. I don't like those kind of games. I don't play them. Like, there's this one Korean game that's going around that a lot of women are playing. I don't play it. It's just not my type. So I don't like things. In fact, there's one game on here that I do play. It's an anime game. And I don't play one of the routes because it's a little too smutty. And there was this one other game that I had that was an anime game, and I had to get rid of it because it was a little too smutty. For some reason, YouTube keeps recommending me, just play, no, don't play Shadows, just emulate Tech 2 or Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but like I said, I mean, I got everything to play too. I mean, I'm not good at video games, folks, so I'm gonna play these Batman games. I got all 3 of the good ones. And then I'm gonna play, I'm gonna probably go back to playing Eve. Eve is a game I played. I played it all the way through, actually. Even though I've only played 2 hours. It doesn't take that long. But I've only got none of the achievements. I got none of the achievements because I still haven't... I've played this game for a long time, back when it was free on YouTube. And, you know, they just released it. And it's like, I still never got the good ending. Anyway, what I was gonna say was that, off video game subject, onto the sword subjects, I keep getting recommendations for that, clips of that really, really... Yep, you guys are definitely from my brother's streams. You're from his ilk. Nobody I know would think it. I'm saying collar, not color. But, I mean, I guess that doesn't exactly... Okay, there we go. I think that's better. But no, it's a visual novel. Because I like playing anime games. It's the one... It's like... Disney princess... Like, I like a lot of girly things. It's just that a lot of girly things I also hate. But some things I will have weaknesses for. Like, anime games, like, if you take the same anime game and you turn it into a movie, I would not like it probably as much. Probably be laughing my butt off the entire way. In fact, I don't even really watch any animes of anime games. Or because the plots aren't always handled the best. But when it's an anime game, it's like, I do like it. I admit it. Because it's just like... There's some things that, like, I absolutely love playing. I mean, I love that are girly, like Disney princesses. I like the classic Barbie movies, none of the newer ones. But there are ever things that I just do not like. Like, I had no interest in seeing Wicked. I did not like 2023 Barbie movie. I do not... I did not like, any of the Twilights. And I did not like, a lot of, like, the only young adult book that I liked was, Hunger Games, and I've never actually read the book, I've just watched the movies. You know, the ones where Jennifer Lawrence became the first woman to ever. When Jennifer Lawrence kept on saying that stuff, I was just like, shut up, woman! It's like that one meme of Donald Trump saying, shut up, stupid woman. I'm like... Hello, Char. Yeah, I see the thing, but for some reason, I want to show it. It's not showing it. It says, this message is held for review, the one where you were adding Charlemagne. And so was yours, Char. What the heck? No one can say ah in my chat? I don't get it. And it just says, a never moderator handled you. It's like, no, he did not. He's at work. But yeah, when Jennifer Lawrence was just saying the first woman, it was just like, shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Because it's just like, all you do is now, and it's like, it literally happened, because all you do now is having people come out and saying, oh, you weren't the first, which she wasn't, obviously, but then they start just, like, making fun of, like, the Hunger Games. It's like, I know it's not perfect, but I like the original Hunger Game movies. I do. I even kind of like Songbirds... Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I just don't like two of the actors who play in it. I don't like Rachel Zegler at all, and I do not like I forget who they played, but I didn't like them. And then I also didn't like the actor who played Sir Janus, Snow's friend, because I did not think he looked good, right, for the role, but, whatever. But I'm saying is I even enjoyed that one, but I like the original Hunger Games, and it's just like, now I just have people saying, oh, they're not good, it's like, your movie wasn't even that good of an action film, blah, 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 it's like, you know, that whole entire responsive bull, and it's just like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's like, why can't you be quiet? And it's like, because even, was the press for Wicked, it's like, why can't Hollywood actors be quiet? Because it's like, I didn't want to go see that movie, nor do I have any desire, because I hate the trope, of, you know, the villain wasn't a villain, blah, 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 blah. But, point being is that, a lot of people who I know who went into with the attitude that they were probably not going to like it actually did end up enjoying it. But it's just like, one reason why they went in with that attitude is because of the actors. It just would not shut up. Sheep L, JK. Hunger Games is alright. Yeah, I mean, I can understand if it's, read the book twice. I only really liked Mockingjay. This is Christmas music. That's one thing I like about Stephenie Meyers. I don't like her books. I think the best Twilight book is the one that we never got, which I'm just now learning about, because interesting fact, I already knew about the whole entire drama was Midnight Sun. So if you don't know what Midnight Sun is from Edward's point of view. And the thing is oh yeah, that's right, it's not labeled after him. The thing is with Stephenie Meyers is the script ended up getting leaked online, and she just said if she was kind of bummed about that, and then her whole entire stuff that was happening with 50 Shades of Grey. She said, if I wrote Midnight Sun in my current headspace, she would end up killing all the Cullens and making the bad guy, whose name escapes me at the moment, win. And I'm like, my goodness, we were this close to getting a good Twilight book. I would have read that. The one where all Cullens die? Oh, that sounds so interesting. But no, she had to get her act together. She had to wait long enough to get her act together, and we got robbed of a good book. But anyway, the one thing I do like about Stephenie Meyers is that she definitely has a good attitude. Maybe it's the Mormonism, I don't know. But she openly admits that, hey, my books aren't for everybody, and that's okay. I write my books for a very specific genre, and it's not gonna appeal to everybody. And it's like, that is a really good attitude to have when you're a creator. And it's like, you don't really see that often anymore. So it's like, never saw Hunger Games, never cared for it. Hunger Games has one mid-movie with an obnoxious character, and all of a sudden every mother trucker is a historical revolutionist. I know what Midnight Sun is. I heard good things about it. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about it, but yeah, I've read one of the Twilight books, and I read it ironically. Me and my brother were making fun of it. When I was really younger, I wanted to get into it because, one of my family members was reading it. And so I just wanted to be, part of the cool kids. I wanted to see a nice romance book. But mom and dad wouldn't let me. And now I'm just like, thanks, Mom and Dad. Even like, yeah, my mom and dad were, those parents were very careful on what I watched when I was younger. Which now, I'm just like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. They didn't want me to watch anything like with deep magic, like Harry Potter. Well, maybe deep's not the word. Practicing, yeah. They didn't want me watching anything with like vampires and stuff like that. We still did watch some episodes. Like, there was this one cool Spider-Man episode with more Morbius in it and stuff. and didn't watch anything with too much violence and gore. In fact, Hunger Games I didn't even see until I was an adult, actually. So I can't say Hunger Games was something that was a part of my childhood. I was definitely there when it came out, and I remember it vividly, and I even remember my neighbor talking about it because he went to go see it. And my mom was just like, nah, I don't want you seeing it. Well, another reason why is because she also didn't quite get the plot. She actually does enjoy them now. She does actually enjoy them, but she didn't get the plot. She thought it was a little bit more glorifying the actions of the Capitol. So she didn't really want to seeing that. But she actually enjoys them now. The one good thing, though, that I would say is that having a Christian conservative mom who controls a lot of what you watch when you're younger definitely helped me avoid some stupid stuff, like Twilight. So I can safely say that I definitely don't regret it, and I think that parents should be careful of what their kids watch when they're impressionable. When they're older and they can start making distinctions, then you can start allowing them to watch a little more stuff. But even then, you know, we should always be careful about what we put into our temples. But yeah, that is why I didn't watch Twilight, and I didn't watch. Ironically, the things that I did watch when I was younger, not young, but I was definitely younger. I mean, I was definitely still a kid. Was Lord of the Rings. I watched that when I was a little bit older, and Pirates of the Caribbean. I think that was the first. I want to say that was the first PG-13 movie I saw. Emphasis on think. I didn't watch it when it came out, but I was pretty young for that, and it took me a while to see the next one because my mom thought, I think you're too young for this. My sister was the one who showed me that. She loved the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Still does, I think. Narnia was another one that I watched, but Narnia is actually PG, but Narnia, I love that movie. I went back to watching it. It is the first one is so good. Like, we used to have an art for storytelling and making things this efficient. That was the word I was looking for one time when I was talking to my brother. I was trying to think of it. Efficient. But it's just like, nowadays if they were to make Narnia, it was like, they would like waste 10 hours on the first part, practically. At least that's what it would feel like. Have you seen Battle Royale? No. I heard about it, never watched it. I'm not saying it is. I've never watched it, but I'm not one for things like with a bunch of gore or violence in it, so I'm very squeamish. So so because of that, I'm not sure if I would like it. Wow, my mom was way more lax with what I watched as a kid. She let me watch Jurassic Park, Harry Potter. All she didn't let me watch was R-rated films, aside from Die Hard and Terminator 1 and 2. I just now watched Terminator 1 and 2. I thought they were okay. I think I like there were some parts I liked the number 1 better, and there's some parts I liked the number 2 better. Never watched any of the Harry Potter movies now because it's just like, when I was younger, it was because my mom didn't want me watching them. Now that I'm older, it's because I don't want to watch them, because it's just like, And even then, I still try to, anything that's like too much like practicing in magic, it's just me. I just don't like watching that stuff. If it goes too deep. Does that mean I never watch anything with magic in it? No, I do, I'm sure, but I don't make a habit out of it, let's just put it that way. If it goes too in depth with like spells and stuff, say what you want, that's just how I am. Anyway, I do agree, Little Sheep, but I do quote from Haunting in I do quote from Haunting Venice when detective remakes the ghost story is a bit scary for kids. The lady says, "It's scary, but it makes the whole world a little less scary." Fair advice. Oh yes, Pirates of the Caribbean. As a kid, my family's big was no anything sexual. Even kissing scenes they had a problem with. Meanwhile, it was fine for me to watch Military Channel or stuff like Kingdom of Heaven. I know what that is, but I don't know what it is. I wish my mom did the same. Mine didn't want me to watch anime, but let me watch that one animated Suicide Squad and Mass Effect anime movie. If you like Hunger Games, I suggest Battle Royale. It's not super gory. It does have practical effects here and there. Yeah, like I said, I've heard of it. And, I mean, like, it's not just it's not just the fact of, liking Hunger Games because of the plot. I like it because of the characters. Although I heard Katniss Everdeen is a lot better in the book. Which is not surprising. Because I actually did read the book for Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes because I did want to know what they changed and stuff like that. And what things were different. Considering the way everything is, it's like you don't know if they're being true to the book. And I was just kind of like, Snow's got a lot of interpersonal monologue and thoughts, and obviously they didn't put all that in there, so it's like it is surprising. I'm just gonna snooze you for 2 hours. My brain. Anyway. I hope you'll read the book Saga of the Time I Thought I Was in. Yeah, that was another thing too. My mom didn't really want me watching too much anime when I was a kid. But something she let because she just didn't know it was anime. And also one reason why was because of my... Oh, gotta stretch out my arm. My listener. Oh. But anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let me get to it. Ironically enough, my mom is also a Christian conservative, Catholic to be specific, but she thought the whole Harry Potter hysteria was dumb. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, my mom, we're Pentecostal, if you have to label some of anything, but, my mom, she didn't let us, now, this is where my mom differs from ever moms, and what's cool, I mean, it's like, she definitely didn't want us, watching Harry Potter, but she was never one of those crazy parents who thought that it should be burned or anything like that, because it's just like, you know, the world's gonna do what the world's gonna do, you know, it's your job, if you don't like, if it's something that's bad, then it's your job as a parent to, you know, stop them from, I mean, obviously there are definitely some things where parents should get involved, but when it comes to those kind of things, like fantasy books, it's just like, that's a you thing. So it's just like, nah, my parents were, I don't think they were ever the types of people who were like fully, like they definitely didn't buy Harry Potter just to burn it. They definitely weren't that. Anyway, even, like I said, as an adult, I don't think I'd like it from what I read about the plots. It just doesn't interest me. Harry Potter, I know a lot of people love it. I do not seem to really like it. I've never seen any of the movies. And, I disliked J.K. Rowling before it was cool. Now apparently it's cool to hate her. This music sounds like Danganronpa. Hello, Totally Boss. Oh, hello, Riot Kitty. Yay, we got a full chat. Okay, Kingdom of Heaven is a period film about a guy going to Jerusalem fighting in, I'm gonna butcher this, Salahadin. It is more to it. It demands, and I demand anyone interested watch the director's cut. Practical, screw over the film and omits character motivation. Like I said, hello Riot Kitty, hello Totally Boss. She didn't even stop me from watching the second movie with the giant snake. She knew I wouldn't be afraid of some fake snake. Oh, the reason the guy goes there is because his wife was found guilty and... Okay, I'm guessing you're talking about the movie. It's from the moment when Ridley Scott could actually do historical films, like Duelist. Nowadays, he cracks at Napoleon, which is not good. Movie or historical film. I never watched Napoleon. But I have heard things about it. Oh, my brother told me about that. I hope you feel better, boss. I hope it goes good. This is a hot take, but I hated Katniss Everdeen in the books. I prefer when I didn't hear her miserable in her monologue in the films. I bought all the audiobooks. I own all of them on Audible. I'm gonna read them. So I cannot comment on if I like them or not. I definitely know. See, I'm mixed because I definitely think Western media, well, not books, but movies and stuff, they're so afraid of inner monologuing. Like in anime, you just hear it a lot, but they're very afraid to it. But at the same time, you can definitely overuse it, and I know some books definitely do. So when it comes to Hunger Games, I cannot judge. I grew up with tons of fantasy. Dragonheart, Ring of Fire, Narnia, Beastmasters. Heck, I even went for Ren Fair every year. I still do. My brother went for a Ren Fair last year. It would have been cool if I could have gone, but I had somewhere else to go. Plus, they got the tickets kind of like at last minute, so... Do what I say, not as I do. Whatever. Mine threw a Bible in the trash that was gifted to her by a colleague. I'm guessing you're referring to your mother? Which, okay. I called in sick because I'm sick, so here I am. Oh, I hope you feel better, right, Kitty? I'll pray for you to feel better. That sucks. But, I mean, it's nice that you're here. So, yeah, I mean, I read your post, so I hope you do well at your new job. Oh, not the gem piece. I'm gonna fall asleep! This music actually plays in Harley Suzumiya, which is like... This music always reminds me of an anime. I don't know why. And then I realized it plays in Harley Suzumiya's movie. Bot says, what could you offer me? Just wondering, since you keep saying that. Okay, there's some kind of demon pack. Oh, you need anything, man? Just ask. The little sheep said the name right? Oh. I'm guessing... I don't know what I was talking about. I'll be fine. I can go through most of my life. Little leukemia isn't gonna put me down. That's the spirit. Ridley Scott needs to retire. I agree. I believe that. Actually, no, wait. I believe every director should retire. Just retire them all. My mom and dad are polar opposites when it comes to restricting content. My dad was like, it's fine, and my mom was like, too much violence for the youth. Like I said, my parents were definitely... My dad didn't really pay... My dad definitely was, didn't want us to watch things, but at the same time, like... He didn't want us to watch anything bad, and he would definitely ask questions. Like, there was a couple of times, even when we were watching Justice League, he was like, what are you watching? But at the same time, he didn't pay attention as much. My mom did a little more, though. But, like I said, I think when... I'm in a mixed bag, because on one hand, I definitely think when it comes to certain content, parents definitely need to watch what their kids are watching. But when it comes to, but at the same time, I do, like, I don't know. I'm not a parent yet, so I can't answer. But I definitely think that some monitoring definitely doesn't hurt. But anyway, speaking of kids shows, because I want to get off this subject, because I remember what I was going to talk about. I'm rewatching several things to get like a good judge of them. I haven't watched this show in a long time, even though it is one of my favorites. It is Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and I love it. Oh, it's one of my favorite shows. Right, it aired at the same time as Young Justice did, pretty much, and I watched them pretty much back to back. Watched them go on a hiatus, and then watched them came back, and Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes did get canceled too, like Young Justice did. At the time, Young Justice was canceled as well from season 1. There was nothing. We didn't know if there was going to get a season 2 or not. But yeah, Avengers, I'm not sure if I get the timeline right. I have to look it up. But point being is, Avengers was canceled as well, but at least did give us a satisfying ending. Like, it was able to get its, crepe together and such. But I'm gonna put his eyes on a separate layer. I got them like on the same layer, but I'm actually gonna put them on a separate layer. If anyone wants to know who I'm drawing, I'm redesigning my main character for Tales of Hollows. Yuya. Well, it was gonna be Yuya Kashiki, and then I changed to Yuya Kaisuke, but then I forgot that I did that. So I ended up going back to Kashiki. The reason why I went to Kaisuke is because Kaisuke actually has a meaning to it. I forget what Kashiki means. Because I didn't know anything with the Japanese language. I mean, I still don't, but I know a little bit more now. So it's just kind of like, I don't know what I named him after. But whatever, apparently I can't change him. So if anyone asks, it's Yuya. I don't know. It's just Yuya. Yuya K. He gets his fiery red hair from his, well, orangish reddish hair. Normally this would be considered red, but in anime it's orange because actual color red hair exists. But anyway, like I said, been watching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Love that show. It's really, really good. And it's just like, when I'm comparing it to that new show, because I've been watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, because I wanted to check it out. Just like, and people will say, biggest defenders of like shows like that will just say, well, it's different. It's not supposed to be like the others, but it's like, yeah, but even things that were different still understood the genre they were working on. Like, you know, you get to the first episode of Spectacular Spider-Man, which is a great comparison because Spectacular Spider-Man takes place in the same time as Peter's life. It shows the action. It shows the supervillains. It shows, you know, Spider-Man doing Spider-Man things. It's like, it knows what to do. And it shows that before it shows the interpersonal drama with his friends. It gets you to know the characters and actually feel for them before it does any of the drama stuff. And then it does the drama stuff, and even then, it's still, like, the time that they give for the interpersonal drama between Peter's friends and Peter is equally, you know, it's not distracting from the villains and the superheroes, because they know that it's a superhero TV show. Like, with Avengers, the first thing you get is mystery and intrigue. It's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know how good I had it then. Anyway, let's get caught up back with shit, because, oh my goodness. Even Kingdom of Heaven had some weird inaccuracies, like always keeping the high guard, never the low guard. The name he drops is Tristis in both stands. Some have claimed it might be the soldier's superstition, but meh, seems dumb. I don't think she has a fedora. I don't know. I'm lost. It's not a pack. I'm just Derek's current reception. If you can find it, Stephen Fry audiobook of Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone, that will make you see Harry Potter in a different light. Only the audio book I one-shot it. Just not for me. It's the right thing to offer someone, boss. My entire life everyone has been an asshole to me. Oh, you're making me sad. So I'm not really used to kindness. I'll get you used to it, boss. This is the most, this music is making this convo way more intense. Also, little sheep, the name you said right. Let's just see if you can do it again. Salahadin. Salahadin. That's much the same, but I don't see that reason to be myself. I love how it picked up when she zoomed in on the eye. Ironically, growing up was more of a DC animated movies than Marvel, with the exception of Hulk and Spider-Man. The MC of her show, Alvin without the Chipmunks. I didn't really know anything DC until the Dark Knight trilogy. I was the exact opposite, Norman. I called you Norman, right, Kitty? I was the exact opposite, right, Kitty? So, okay, so first TV show I ever watched was superhero related, The Batman and Super Friends, that animated show from the way back. And I absolutely loved them. That was what got me introduced to Wonder Woman. Batman was the first hero that I saw. Then it was Spider-Man. I always saw him, like, in books and stuff from the Tobey Maguire movies, because, like, a whole bunch of... They were just coming out, so, like, books and stuff were coming out of number 3 and such, and number 1 and 2, not in that order, obviously. So I was always interested in Spider-Man, and then in 2009, Spectacular Spider-Man came out, and that was my first Marvel show. And then later on, I think around in 2011, I think, is when I started getting into the DC animated universe. Well, 2010 is when I got into Batman the Animated Series with my brother. Love that show. And then I started getting into the rest of the DC animated universe, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited, all that stuff. Well, Batman Beyond was until later in my life. And we absolutely love those shows. And then also, in between time, we were watching Young Justice and Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That was my first real Avengers show. And then we went back and watched the Avengers show from the 90s. And that was pretty good. But I don't remember as much of it. And Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes was my favorite. And then I started watching the Marvel movies. I ended up watching The Dark Knight, the first one. Batman Begins by Christopher Nolan. I ended up watching that. It was already out for some time. Heck, I think number 2 was out already. Because when I was younger, I watched number 1, and I liked it. My brother didn't really care for it. And I also remember that when we finished it, my sister said, we're not watching number 2. Because at that time I was still younger, so it was too dark for me. But I really did like number 1, and I ended up finally watching number 2 a couple years ago. It was the one DC movie I actually watched, live action DC film that I watched before my brother and my sister, because usually Nora watches those kind of movies before me, but I actually got around to it first. And then I actually own all of them now. I still haven't watched number 3, but I do own it because it was in a combo set. I know a lot of people don't like number 3, so I think that's one reason why I'm not rushing to it. But anyway, then after that, not too long after that, I started watching the Avengers movies. That wasn't until later, though. I think by the time I got into Avengers, the MCU, Guardians of the Galaxy was coming out. So it was definitely later. Hello, Poltergeist. Okay. I am Norman Cat now. I gotta get caught up with Chad. Norman Osborn. I'm not reading that. Yes, but it's true. They did race swap him in the new Spider-Man show. Dark Knight at Arkham City. I have zero interest in the new Spider-Man show. I mostly would... Hello! I already said hello to you both guys. Well, you kind of better get used to it, because I have some kind words for you. Cool, the Arkham games were great. I wasn't allowed to buy them, but I watched them in YouTube plays games, and they looked fantastic. I actually, like I said, I do own Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Gotham City, and Arkham Knights. I just bought them during the last Steam sale, and I have been streaming them. The first time yeah, there they are. First time I streamed it, I did alone. Second time, Nora was with me, and I think I want to stream it when Nora's near, so that way he can protect me. Because, oh boy, I'm not so good at that. Anyway. What kind of music is Hollywood Traffic Jam? Well, it sounds like a Hollywood Traffic Jam. Cool. Yeah, the Arkham games were great. Oh yeah, I read that. I am now Norman Katz. Yes. Do those words involve food? I don't know what that's referring to. Maybe I never had your lobster. Lobster now is too pricey. Yeah, I mean, it's cheaper if you're not, like, I live in the middle of the United States. If anyone's watches Nora's channel, you know exactly which state I live in. I tried to, Nora was always like, you should be more private on the internet. I'm like, yeah, I am private. It's like, well, you showed pictures of our dogs. And it's like, yeah, but no one can see their collar or anything like that. So it's like, whatever. And it's like, I am private. I am private. Like, my personality's not private, but I mean, like, I'm private about my stuff. And it's like, then he's like, oh yeah, I live in this state. It's like, dude! I never even told people that. So yeah, anyway, I live in the middle of the states. Lobster definitely pricey there. I think it's cheaper if you're, like, in Maine or Florida. I watched this one lobster fisherman channel. His name is, something Knowles. Not Michael Knowles. He's not a fisherman. I think it's James Knowles. Anyway, I never thought I would like lobster fisherman content, but I do. It's really good. Do those, I was trying to reference the lighthouse in Heart Trident scene. I wasn't a teenager when the game came out. The movie with the John Lenker. Dark Knight Free is unwatchable, but good. It's a mess script-wise. Could have been better, though I do like The Dark Knight Rises. It's a 7 out of 10. I was actually surprised. I did not like the idea of Heath Ledger's Joker, because I was just like, I was just like, well, that was another reason why our parents didn't let us watch that movie for a long time, because they thought the Joker was too creepy, and then that horrible shooting happened at the Dark Knight Rises theater, and they kind of believed in the media's disinformation that it was someone dressed as the Joker. He wasn't. It just happened in the theater, but no. He dyed his hair orange. That's not even the color of the Joker's hair, and I don't think he had any connection to the Joker, if I remember correctly. But anyway, there's a lot of disinformation about that. But point being is that they kind of believed in that, and it's like, oh, we don't want you to go see that. But it wasn't even when the second movie came out. It was when the third movie came out. So it's just like, eh. But even when I could see it, it was like, I didn't want to see it for a long time, because it's just like, I did not like that interpretation of the Joker, because I found it kind of, well, I'll just say it. I kind of thought it was kind of retarded. It's just like, I don't think I like this because I like the Joker in the comics. But then I was like, I went in, I was just like, okay, this is a different version. But then I was actually surprised. I actually really did enjoy The Dark Knight. And I think my brother would say he liked it more than the first one. I don't know. I like Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. A lot of people like to say that that was race change there, but it's like, I always thought Ra's al Ghul was like, I don't know what ethnicity Ra's al Ghul is supposed to be. I always kind of thought he was supposed to be like a white man who went around. I don't know, it's been a long time since I've seen the Batman animated series episodes with him. They go into his backstory there. But I kind of thought he was just a white man who went into Asia. Not someone who, was actually from that region, but I've never read the comic, so I don't know. Anyway, have you ever eaten snails before? They taste very... okay, I kind of think, kind of default to everyone in chat being 18 plus. Of course, I was a kid when my parents often consulted me. I grew up with The Dark Knight. Only as an adult do I realize how dark it actually is. Yeah, it is pretty, yeah. No, I have not eaten snails, but that said, I would not say no to them. Like, I'm one of those people that are, like, unless we were talking about, like, animals that I refuse to eat, like, pets, like parakeets, dogs, cats, and stuff like that. I do not. I am very open to very different kinds of foods. I can't have very many foods because of my dietary needs, but, I mean, like, there's a picky eater chart, and, like, there are only 3 things off the top of my head that I refuse to eat. Coffee, I know you drink it, but I said, in this case, I'm referring to as eating food. Coffee, I hate anything with coffee, and I really do not like coffee. I had coffee once, and it was by mistake, because my sister took me to Starbucks. That was really nice. Oh my goodness, my arm's gone. Oh, I gotta delock it. I had my arm pressed down. Anyway, coffee I refuse to drink. But they accidentally got my order mixed up. Instead of putting hot chocolate, they did coffee. And I drank it, and I didn't think it was bad, but at the same time, I mean, if I remember correctly, Starbucks has more sugar in it than a candy bar. So, there could be that. I don't like wild rice, and I don't like red cabbage. Those are the foods that I refuse to eat. And when it comes to flavor, I don't eat things that are overly sweet. I still have chocolate from Christmas because I just eat it slowly. One, because I can't have dark chocolate anymore because it causes my acid to act up, so I can't have it, sad to say. And I like dark chocolate so much better. So much infinitely more better. And dark chocolate's also healthier. And it's just like, I got robbed of it. Anyway, back to the line art. Well, actually, let me back to strat. Oh, yeah. Maybe sometimes, since I'm now an adult and I have my own money. Oh yeah, the judge, lawyer, and even the guy himself have said it had nothing to do with the Joker. Yeah. Dark Knight Joker is very solid. The early set photos gave people the wrong impression, but the actor pulled off. I was an investigator over a Joker movie. Not a joke. Why so silly? The Joker problem. Wait, what? If you like Heath Ledger, but you want to see him in a good role, watch Knight's Tale. Great film. I took the piss out of a Canadian comedian crapping his pants over his Joker. I, in the same breath, made a mock. Oh no, I'm right-winger. Who will sit alone with me in the theater? Creepy. Pook. I don't know what that means. That asshole then reported me terrorist threat. So yeah, 2 weeks later, after seeing the film, I had the FBI at my place. Ugh. Lovely. Weirdly, my Malaysian boss was more scared. He literally told me, don't let them hear. First lesson of the mass media, never let loss of life let you get in the way of some good information. Yes, misinformation. Yes, I agree. It's sad that so many people use things for their agendas. Oh, while I got everybody, I wanted people to answer. Gonna close up Yuya's folder for a minute. Should I keep Kaila's hair like this? Like, should I? It's like this now. It's definitely gonna be this long. So the length and the bangs and all that's gonna change. But I'm mostly talking about like the shape of it. Should I make it like this, where it's like in big thick strands, where it's very visible? Or should I make it more slim down, like, should I make it something more, slick and thin, kind of like this, where it's, more thinner and, like, lighter weight? So, let me know what you guys think. Should I leave her hair like that, or should I do something more like Victory from Gossick? Because I'm conflicted on what to do, to be honest. So yeah, just wanted to ask that question while I knew everybody was here, since I knew a few people were gonna be leaving the stream pretty soon. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing his arms. Oh yeah, Marissa, I finished my Miles Morales reboot piece. I was a bit worried about how it would turn out, but I really like it. Yeah, I saw the drawing that goes with it, and it was really cute. How long is this I'm gonna play? Oh, it's because I got a gazillion of them. I like Kaila's design as is. Okay. The next question I guess I should ask is, but I will finish with his arm first, so. Not sure about the hair. Could be a thinner, but probably changes the silhouette too much. Bye, Totally Boss. I hope it goes well. What is this kind of music? Oh. Oy vey, oy vey. I should drag my sick butt down and post the superhero one on my community tab. Well, don't push yourself though, because so fun fact for those who do not know, I was actually, the first time I streamed Gotham Knights, I was on my medicine for my stomach infection, and I just started getting, as I was streaming it, I was getting sicker and sicker, and I was trying to distract from the sickness. That's why I started streaming in the first place. But it was just kind of like that, and it's just like I had to stop. And then after that, I just went offline. I didn't get back on the computer until I got better. This kind of music is nostalgic. Well, that's good, nice. I'm glad it is. I might be the only person on the line who plays Hanukkah music during their streams when it's not even Hanukkah, and I'm not even Jewish. Maybe when I get hungry and have to go downstairs. But yeah. Like, everyone was saying, it's like, oh, maybe you should rest, maybe you shouldn't stream. It's like, yeah, the reason why I'm streaming is because I was trying to take my brain off it, but eventually it just got to the point it's like, nope. After that point, like I said, I wasn't on the computer. I couldn't even play video games. I think I played Kingdom Hearts from the television once, but I was just really sick. In fact, my brother we were watching Once Upon a Time because we're doing a rewatch of that. And, it's just like, I couldn't even do that anymore. I just had some nasty, I can't even think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. But short is, the medicine was not fun, and the rest of my family is getting tested too for it as well, because it can spread if you drink off of someone. So, or do it, and I'm like the cook for everybody, so it's like, it's good. I'm hoping nobody else in my family has it, so they don't have to take the medicine. That's nice. There's a lot of nostalgia images. That's nice. The sheep was getting down with the sickness. Yep. Some people get down with the cool kids. I get down with the sickness. It was like, here's how my New Year went, folks. Happy New Year. You're H. pylori positive. Well, this is a great start. Anyway, speaking of rewatching, I'm ironically rewatching Sailor Moon Crystal because I wanted to give it a shot. I don't think I'm gonna finish it though. I watched it as it aired because I watched the original Sailor Moon. I think it was in 2014. No, wait, the other one wasn't in 2014. I want to say it was in 2013. 2013 I think it was. And then I started watching Crystal as it was airing. And I actually really did enjoy season 1 through 2 of Sailor Moon. I watched those in the original dub, the one that, you know, changed Uranus and Neptune to kissing cousins. And I actually really liked it. I did not watch season 3 in the dub though, so I didn't see the kissing cousins. Because I didn't like the actress they changed Sailor Moon to. But fun fact, I actually do like that actress more than Stephanie Sheh in the role of Sailor Moon. Because Stephanie Sheh just sounds so generic, high-pitched anime voice. I mean, she can be really good. I like her as Mikuru Asahina. But it's just like, oh my goodness, this just sounds so stereotypical. Like, look up a video of the dub comparisons of Sailor Moon's voice. And I'm not the only one who thinks it. For some reason, it just seems like the Viz Media dub was just kind of made by committee. It seems very rushed. And I know the voice actors they got can be talented, so I'm not faulting them, but it's just like, it just did not sound good. Like, Johnny Young Bosch plays Artemis, and he's one of my favorite voice actors. Well, I don't know what he himself like, but as an actor, can separate the art from the artist. As an actor, I loved his voice, and he's very talented, but it's just like, it doesn't sound good as Artemis. But anyway, I'm watching Sailor Moon Crystal. And, yeah, I didn't, because, see, even by the time I started getting to Crystal, I started disliking Sailor Moon, so I liked season 1, and I liked season 2, and I liked a lot of parts in season 3. I loved the stuff with Sailor Saturn, with Tartaro. But then, I stopped with season 4, really. No, I did watch season 4, but then I started not liking it, and then I just kind of left it at that, and then when I came back to it, I started actually not liking it because I just didn't like Sailor Moon because she was so whiny and so annoying. She was always crying, and I hate it. I really hate it. And then just like, I hate it. Like, I like season 2, but I despise Chibi Moon. I wanted her to die. I hated her. She was so annoying. She was so whiny. And she was so, oh my goodness, I hated her. Even back then when I liked Sailor Moon, I hated Chibi Moon. I just wanted to kill her. I wanted to strangle this 5-year-old. It wasn't an anime, folks. It wasn't a real 5-year-old. But I hated her. And I did not like Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was my least favorite character. And I was just kind of like, no. I just do not enjoy this character. And, by the time I got to Crystal, so I started liking Sailor Moon less and less. And around the same time, the Viz dub came, and there's this one episode called No Thanks Nurse Venus. It's when all the Sailor Scouts get sick and Venus tries to help. I remember laughing my butt off when I saw it in the original dub. It was so funny. But when I'm watching the Viz dub, I'm like, okay, I can't tell if this is because... Oh, and then I'm making 2 arms. I gotta see which one's better now. I can't tell if, I think I like this one. So, what was you? I can't tell if it's because my humor just changed, but I did not find it funny at all. It was just like, meh. But again, I think it's because the voice acting, which just wasn't given best. It seems so sterile and dry. Anyway. YouTube deletes both my jokes, the Oy vey music. It's not bad, but I do have a fever and my throat hurts. I'm basically doped on cough drops right now. The last time I was sick, it was worse, and I felt like someone was smacking me with a hammer in the head. Yeah, that felt like me when I got sick in October. Got sick for my birthday last year. That wasn't fun. Anyway, I will say this, only time I was ever disappointed in Hanukkah was when I got nothing but dreidels instead of chocolate coins. Ever the nice kiss. Kissing cousins? Uranus and Neptune are, gay. At least that's how I think it is. There's some kind of weird thing going on with Uranus's gender, but I didn't keep track of that. But anyway, they were gay, but they were changed. The original dub didn't want to do homosexual relationships in the television, so they changed it to cousins. But everyone just pointed out that they look like kissing cousins because they didn't really change it, so everyone makes a joke saying they're kissing cousins. Crying MCs are why I will never watch more than one episode of Steven Universe. I can't stand the MC crying little. I never got into Sailor Moon, wasn't even alive in the 90s, and the show didn't interest me growing up. Like, I was born in 97, so I definitely didn't watch it as it aired. Like I said, I think it was 2013. It definitely, like I said, I really did, there were some parts I really did like when I was a kid, but then when I grew up, I started liking it less and less, and definitely when it got redubbed, I was just like, wait, I like this, and then when Crystal came out, as it was airing, I was like, and even now as I'm rewatching it, it's like, it is so rushed, and like, I know people who like Sailor Moon don't even like Crystal. The animation in the first 2 seasons are horrible. But there's some pretty images in it. It's Sailor Moon, so I collect the arts. I will admit that. Forgive me for burping, folks. Similar why I can't get down to My Hero Academia. At least the waifus are top here. Yeah, Deku is a little bit of a crybaby. Tanjiro is the one I will defend, though. Everyone says, like, I don't mind Deku. I don't think he's that bad. He's nowhere near like Sailor Moon. But Tanjiro, I will defend. Like, a lot of people say, you only don't like Sailor Moon crying because she's a girl. It's like, no. I don't like her crying because she's annoying when she cries. But Tanjiro's the one like, some people say Tanjiro's a crybaby or Eren Yeager. And yes, Eren's very emotional. But it's like, it's not the same thing when you're crying because someone you saw and you cared about dies right in front of you. Then versus, I'm crying because I'm afraid of a bug. Or, I don't want to be here, and it's like, it's scary, and it's like, well, none of the other girls are crying. Why are you crying? You cry about everything. It's just like, I hate it. So yeah, Sailor Moon, I'm not into. Pretty Cure, never watched it. Tokyo Mew, I do like that one. I love Tokyo Mew. I haven't watched the original one, and I haven't watched the redone. I've only watched season 1 of it. I haven't started season 2, and I didn't even finish season 1. At least I don't think I did. Wait, did I? I think I finished season 1, actually. But I like the original better. But I haven't seen the original in years. So Pretty Cure, didn't watch. I didn't watch a lot of Magical Girls. Cardcaptor Sakura, I didn't watch. I did watch Tsubasa Chronicles, did like that, but I never continued. I'm trying to think if there's any other Magical Girls that I watched. Well, let me rephrase that. Magical Girls aimed for girls. Because obviously there's also the genre of Magical Girls aimed for guys. Monica Magica. I used to love it when I was a kid. Now it's kind of edgy and kind of annoying. But, I mean, I still do like a lot of things, but I don't view it in the same way that the fan base do it. I don't view it in the same way they do. And I'm looking... So, Monica Magica had a TV show, and then it had 2 movies that were just a recap of the TV show, condensed down. The movies have way more beautiful animation than the show does. In fact, I think I actually own the 2 movies on Amazon. It's the one movie I actually own digitally. And, darn it, Magica, the first movie was Rebellion, and it ended, like, really vague and really suspenseful, and they didn't do anything, and it's finally coming out with the 4th movie, and it's gonna be sometime this year. Anyway. Deku is more tolerable than Steven Universe. I agree. From what I've seen of Steven, I hate him, but Deku I like. Deku I do not mind. He definitely does cry more than Tanjiro, and it's definitely sometimes for reasons that are whatever, but at least it's not like Sailor Moon is. At least he got ripped and surrounded himself with baddies. Steven looks like he never stepped on a treadmill and is less masculine than a femboy. Speaking of magical girl shows, I'm watching Go Princess Precure right now. The only thing I know is the villain looks hotter in different forms and without makeup. I am more prone to switching off something like if the main character has an annoying scream. Like, I switched off Black Clover after episode 1 because I couldn't stand Asta. Here's a fun fact about Black Clover. Me and Black Clover. I've never watched Black Clover. It's not my cup of tea. But, the fun thing about Black Clover is that the main character's name is Asta, and Yuya's brother. I actually named him Asta, but here's the reason why. It's not because I named him after Black Clover. It's because, has anyone ever seen the 19... I wanted a name for him because his brother was... So Yuya is based off of Yuma Tsukumo, for those who do not know. Tales of Hollis was originally just Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal fanfiction. That's what it was. I've completely changed the story up now to be my own thing. I changed the names because that's what I do. When I have fanfiction that I really like, I actually make it into my own story. Blue Song came from Carbide Vanguard fanfiction. Tales of Hollis came from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal fanfiction. Although I changed it up completely, and with Tales of Hollis, I've even changed it up entirely to what it was. So originally it was Zexal fanfiction, and I changed it to be my own thing, and then I changed it again from what it originally was, because I wanted it to be better, because that story was cringe and stupid, and I hated it. Yuya is based off of Yuma Tsukumo from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and he had a brother, and he was going to be based off of Astral, and I wanted a name that sounded a little similar to Astral, so I named him after the dog from the 1930 movies, The Fin Man. They have a dog, and his name is Asta, and I had no idea that was the name of the protagonist for Black Clover, and I was laughing so hard when I found out, because it's like, oh my goodness, people were going to think, that I named him after Asta. His hand's a little weird right now, but I don't feel like fixing it, so if anyone points out to me and says, the hand looks weird, yes, I know, but bear with me, folks. kind of music is this? Why do I have this in here? John F. Kennedy's inaugurational speech of 1961. I'm gonna remove that. There we go. Nah, it's too Christmassy. Yeah, whatever. I remember making comic parody about Magical Girl Slop, where Magical Girl in question was a propaganda piece for the USSR during World War II. My favorite moment was her time in Stalingrad. That actually sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. When I was bored one day, I remembered you saying the fan fiction was turned into a story, so I went and changing my Yu-Gi-Oh! Varaine's fanfiction to its own thing. Now I have an idea. What? Why do you have a president? I don't know why I have a presidential speech into my playlist. It was in the YouTube audio library and I downloaded it because I was just downloading a whole bunch of things because I wanted a whole bunch of copyright-free music and then I put it in there. I don't know why. That's not what the sheep can do for you, but ask what you can do for your sheep. You can give me cheese. That's what you can do. You can give me cheese. All the cheese in the world. That's what the sheep wants. Yeah, yeah, Varaine's, that is, that, I mean, me and my brother were talking about it because, Varaine's is, I gotta get back to drawing. I'm getting distracted because I was, like, inaugurational speeches. So you give Varaine's is a perfect example because it's like, me and my brother were saying that's what separates, I was telling my brother, it's like, Nora, that's what separates a good, talented writer from a bad writer. Because a bad writer, or just someone who's competent in general, will always have, doesn't mean that they won't have hookups. Because, or issues. Because if you actually do look at the production of Zexal, there was some problems behind the scenes, and they definitely did have to change things, and they weren't planning on getting, like, characters, and I think if I remember correctly, there was some production errors, but nonetheless, they were still able to wrap it together. Problems in Zexal or not, but it still had problems nonetheless, and it wasn't able to get its crap together. Varaine's is so disappointing, because it's like, it's not as point. Like, I hate Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V because I feel like if it was good, I could have loved it, but the stupid movie had to come out then, and it wrecked everything up. I mean, like, I didn't even like the movie, what was it called? Dark Side Dimensions? Whatever, I do not know. I didn't like it that much. It was okay, and I get it was for the 20th anniversary, and yeah, you're gonna pay attention to that, but it's like, Zexal, I mean, Varaine's got, I mean, Arc V, I don't know which one I'm talking about, got robbed, and I hate it. Varaine's, it's like, I really wanted it to be good, and I kept on waiting, and then I was like, when it got to the middle part, it's like, I knew it wasn't gonna get good, but I still watched it, I still hold that hope, and then when it ended, I was like, what the flying flip? Why? And this is the one reason why I don't waste my times on bad shows anymore. I wasted my life waiting for Varaine's to get better, and it never did. Like, some people like it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, are you allergic to the art of storytelling? If there are any Varaine's fans in here, I do apologize, but I did not enjoy it. Wanwick, your cheese was held for your review. I don't know why, and it's not letting me show it. Now you have cheese touch. Congrats. My fanfic was most focused on giving Go Onazuki wins and Soul Tech being actual villains. Oh, I'm cutting. My audio is cutting out for me. Wait, let me push pause on the music. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Is my audio cutting in and out? Audio is cutting in and out, and we can hear a quarter of what you're saying. What kind of flip? A front flip, back flip, triple flip. Okay, audio. Well, it still says my mic's still plugged in. Everyone can hear me. I think it's just you, Riot Kitty. I'm sorry. I don't know. I do not know. Well, everyone says they can hear me, so hopefully you can too, Riot. Sorry, I know you just went off on a tangent, but you might want to repeat yourself. Okay, so basically, the auto mods took my cheese. I don't get my auto mods. I don't understand it. I wouldn't turn them off. I gotta figure out how to do that because it's taking too many things away. Yes, I don't get my cheese. But anyway, Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. If everyone likes it, that's cool, but I hated it. I think it was awful. It had so many filler and recap episodes, but even if you take it, because it's like, I'm one of those people, like, there's this one YouTuber I used to watch. I haven't watched him in years, though. It was You Get Everything. And he was, like, saying silhouette hysteria because we kind of jumped on the bandwagon saying that it was going to be Blue Angel who was going to be part of the Hanoi Project and Gonazuki, and there was no evidence for that. I do not believe that. I believe with all my heart that Blue Angel was supposed to be one, and same thing with Go. I mean, they look like them and stuff like that. But you're going to tell me that's this random girl, Mio, who came out of nowhere, who has the most blandest design in the entire universe? It's like, no, you're not going to convince me that. You can say it all you want. I don't believe you. And if you tell me otherwise, I'm going to call you a liar. They totally changed the plot as they went because they didn't know what they were doing. They hired a director and everybody was saying, oh, it's so good because he does Hell Girl. And I'm like, I knew right then and there, I don't want to brag, but I did know that that was not probably a good idea because one, the director did not even do much outside of Hell Girl. He didn't do the entire thing of Hell Girl, if I remember. Two, Hell Girl is a very different beast compared to a Yu-Gi-Oh! Shonen. So it's just like, no. And you can tell that the people in charge didn't know what they're doing because they had to completely change how the link summoning worked because they made it too long. And it didn't even look very cool. So it's just like, nah, they didn't know. My music is being cut in and out and my audio. Oh. I don't know. Is anyone else hearing my audio cut in and out? Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Best Yu-Gi-Oh! Shonen people, they matter too. I hear you fine. Okay. Try refreshing your page. Your audio is fine. Good. Nope, it's just fine for me. It's fine on my end. Am I still cutting in and out, Riot Kitty? Oh, right, we're back. Well, I guess I'll just keep the music off. Maybe that's what's causing things to be weird. Oh, good morning, Diego. Anyway, maybe I'll switch. Maybe. Okay, try this. So anyway, my point being is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains was a mess, and the people who try to say it wasn't a mess are lying to themselves. And, like I said, I always explain it this way. It always explained this way. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V's horrible ending felt like being hit by a truck, and then it backing up and rolling over me again. Like a race car. Like it ran me over, and then it doubled back and ran me over again. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains felt like a slow steamroller. Like, oh my goodness. And some people say it's better than Zexal. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I don't understand it. I like season 1, but after that, Varane's nosedived. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Varane's really did, like I said, I wanted to go in with Varane's being good, but it wasn't. And I think I was giving it a little bit more fair chances than my brother, but then when I was done, I just like, I felt like I wasted my time, and I felt like I was stupid for defending it. Because I guess kind of just said it was gonna get better. That was the one thing I did like. That was the one thing I did like in one episode. The main character, the main villain, Revolver, who's totally uninteresting, and I hate his design. His second one's better, but I hate his first design. He's like, oh, he's using this big, powerful card that totally wrecks Playmaker, and it's just Mirror Force. I love that. I did love that. I haven't watched the original Yu-Gi-Oh! In years. I heard GX is getting a remastered version for, its 20th anniversary. I'm like, does this mean I have to wait, like, to 2031 for Zexal to get a remaster? I gave Gonazuki a brother and girlfriend, well, after her mom kidnapped him and made him his data be her dead friend. And I also made Queen Yusuke's mom, and she's herself her swords in her. Interesting. Oh, morning, Mabel. Half siblings and Yusaku, stupid hearts in the way, screws and becomes a villain for a time. That actually sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so anyway, so this is this is how the cringe fanfiction went. I'm gonna do my best to say it was a straight face. If anyone says it's cringe, I know, that's why I changed it. So the entire plot would have taken place after Zexal. So I was a kind fanfictor. My fanfiction came afterwards. I need this doubled so that way I can see it. And Culu applause. There's your applause, Maple. Where was I? So it takes place after. Oh man, I can't do it. I'm sorry, you guys are on your own. I can't recount my fanfiction because it's too cringe. Maybe I was writing it. So anyway, it takes place after, and Kaila is after the numbers because she's gonna get them. Like, you know how in the end of Zexal, for those who've watched it, they're like going back to Astroworld because new threats. Anyways, Kaila, and she's after the numbers because she wants to save her world. There you go. And to do this, she ends up. Oh, I'm gonna do a video on it. I swear I'm gonna do a video on it for a reason, because I want to talk about Mary Sue's and stuff, because I know personal experience about Mary Sue's, because I wrote one. Kaila was a Mary Sue. She was capable to beating all the Yu-Gi-Oh boys, like, you know, Kaito, Roga, Yuma, Arclights, Baron Emperors, no limits. She could beat them all. Oh my goodness. This sounds so... So anyway, I then changed it. So I changed the characters' names. They were no longer Yuma and Roga and Kaito. And then, so I changed that around. But then I realized, even though I changed everything to not be Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, it was still lame and stupid. So I completely got rid of it and scrapped it, and that's why I'm working on Revolution full color. But now I'm starting to work on Tales of Hollis 2 in the background, and I actually got a lot of the plot written out, and it's bad because I want to work on that actually more than Tales of Hollis. I'm in Revolution full color right now. So that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But yet here I am, wanting to work on it. And it's just like, But, it is a lot better. If I had to describe it, Tales of Hollis would be kind of like, it would definitely start off as a classic shonen mixed with a classic kind of magical girl. It would kind of be a mix. And it was supposed to be a lot more darker and edgier when I was younger. And it definitely still has some dark moments in it, but it's definitely not going to be as dark. And I don't, like I said, making Misato was the best thing I could do for Kaila, because any traits that made Miss Kaila inconsistent, I just gave to Misato. And that helped out a lot. So now it makes both their characters more consistent. Anyway, back to track. Half siblings and Saka loses some screws and becomes villains. Okay, yeah. I read that. I think I read it wrong. Yet another episode of That's So Maple. Cringe fiction? Yes, I wrote cringe fiction. I based mine off of season 2 particular scenes that never got explained, where Queen got mad at Akira for suggesting that they go after Playmaker, and then baby Yusaka and Revolver meeting in the same neighborhood. Yeah. The sheep creates some Mary Sue, dies of cringe as laugh track plays. I did too. Annie, I actually started a new draft of Heads of Hydra, and I'm like, wow. I know how to give her a personality, and that's not an edgelord. So yeah, Yusaka becomes insane edgelord that's suicidal and becomes he. Words, what are they? I need a sip of water. My throat's giving out. Suicidal because he likes there is no purpose or existence. I will destroy everything myself. All this talk of writing reminds me I need to get back to writing my book. You go, Mabel. Go, go, go. That reminds me of that comment section Snow White video of where the part 2 and one of them comments was "Go Apple, go." Speaking of Snow White, I did want to show this off. I was also working on this. I wanted to do it on stream, but I already started the sketch, and I was like, I can't do the speed paint because I already did the sketch. So I'm going to make it into a mini speed paint, so the sketch will just be already done. So I'm starting from here, but I always have the habit of drawing my Misato Yoshiko. She hates dresses. Like, my girl Misato hates dresses, but I always want to put her in a dress. I want to make her my Snow White, and she's so pretty as Snow White. Like, the symbolism with Snow White is actually very loose, and I have to admit there's sometimes where I think I might be forcing it a little bit just because I want to do it. But I can't help it. It came about so naturally. Like I said, it was just like, I always had a theme of, if my original characters were a princess from a fairy tale, which one they be? I always said, Kaila, well, it's not from a fairy tale, it's an urban legend, but like Anastasia. My character from my isekai novel would be Sleeping Beauty. My character from my my slice of life Sojo romance, Azura Shiraboshi, she would be the Little Mermaid. And then I said, I guess Masato would be Snow White since she's got short black hair. But then I was like, she has an evil mother. Oh my goodness, I think I just ignore that detail. I think I just spoiled my own story. She has something that may or may not involve a mother. Ignore that detail when it comes up. Just spoiled my own story. And she meets 7 revolutionists in a forest. And by forest, I mean a city. So, yeah. So, I just kind of like the idea of making a bunch of references to, the shoes are not right either. But, I'm just gonna go with it because I don't want to stress over the details. So, I'll fix that up off stream. So, anyway, because of that, I always like drawing Misato as Snow White now. And Soltech wins the Worst People of the Year award because it would turn out that who actually put them in the jewel dungeon was their own family members. Why is she a edgelord? Does she like edge? She's a P-word. She wants revenge. She takes that out on everyone and is very mean until almost the very end. I missed the spoiler. I can understand half of what you're saying about. Oh, I'm not going to relate on it anymore, but yes, I did say a certain spoiler, but I will not elaborate on it because I want it to be a surprise. Because, you know, for the story, I'm probably never going to get around to writing because I haven't even started. I finished writing season 2, chapter 2, but I haven't done anything with it. Almost done with the line art with Yuya. I was going to go on to the base coloring, but I have to fix those little parts. I got a new tablet. I got it before I got sick. And, because my old one was starting to die, and the one that I bought to replace it stopped working for some reason, so I ended up just buying a new one to replace my old one and replace the one that broke. Luckily I got a refund because I had a warranty on my other one, so that went to this one, but I don't like it quite as much as my other old one because it doesn't seem to glide. The pen doesn't seem to glide. It seems to get scratch across the surface more, but other than that, it's good. I still use a Wacom tablet because it's the only brand I've used. Should I draw his sword now? I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait on the sword. My girl Misato hates dress. Laciteyen always puts her in a dress. Many such cases. And yeah, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Brain fanfiction. Actually sounds good. So you're gonna do what I did and turn it into your own story? Because if so, that would be cool. I'd be interested in seeing that. Not gonna lie. But yeah, the one thing I definitely changed about Kaila's personality is that she's definitely less melancholy and depressed and edgy. She's more of just like that, like I said, she's kind of got a little bit of tsundere-ish her when she's around Yuya, because that's the person she feels the most comfortable around. So she kind of likes to boss him around a little bit. She always tries to use bigger words than what she knows. Like, she always tries to say words that make her sound elegant and fancy, but half the time she doesn't even know what she's saying. Because she is a princess who lost her memories, folks. That is her story. And the entire plot is that Yuya is a Holos battling gamer, which is a game that I created. If you want to know what it's like, just take Persona and mix it like Persona 4, Persona 5, and mix it with Yu-Gi-Oh! There you go. That's what the game is like. I changed it to be more like... Well, I actually made it more like Persona before I even knew what Persona was. It's just like, oh, they use the cards and they summon the monsters, because it's like, I'm not going to create an entire card game. I'm not Kazuki Takahashi. I'm not creating a card game. So I just created a game that has loose rules to it. That's more focused on the fighting. Kind of like Sword Online Ordinal Scale. That's, I think, what my main inspiration was. And so, I just kind of went for that idea. And then, so he's a gamer and he's not very good. And then one day he finds Kaila. And she doesn't have her memories, but he knows that she might have something to do with this legendary hero that came to his place a long time ago, and he wants to figure that out. And he also believes that she can help him get better at Hollis battling games, and in return she wants him to help her find her family and lost memories. So anyway, she's kind of a fish out of water. She doesn't know what a lot of things are because she's not from Earth, and she also doesn't have her memories. So she's always very curious, very kind of naive and stuff, and she's a little shy when she's around other people. When she's around Yuya, she tries to act more prim and proper and stuff, and she can sometimes be a little bossy to him. But she's someone who's easily amazed by a lot of things. Like, she loves the idea, when she finds out about Christmas, she just loves it. And yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I call her my loft design, and it's about the world where there's a real world below and a digital world above. One day, several people get a call to open your mecha boxes from a girl named Sage. So the mechas are basically Yu-Gi-Oh monsters, but the people who are designated to them basically have to unlock cheat codes in the digital world. Stupid heart was in the way. Like I said, I don't have a dual monitor, so I just have to use my phone, and sometimes the stupid heart care button, whatever you want to call it, gets in the way. So she's a Santa believer. That's nice of her. I'm not sure if I make her a Santa believer, but yeah. No, yeah, I think she would. Yuya isn't. He wouldn't be a Santa believer. But he's just like, he's definitely like your typical shonen, but he's also at the same time, he's got one goal in his mind, and that's like Hollis battling games. He doesn't really pay attention or care about the stuff that Kaila has just blown away. And one aspect that I really made about Kaila that I really like about her is that she's just someone who, like, she just has a simple wish. She wants a family. And that's been a trait about her pretty much from the beginning. And I just kind of emphasized it even more here, because she's always been loyal to her family and her loved ones. Because I've just always liked those characters who are just simple and they want the simple things in life, like family. So anyway, I'm really liking how I'm really doing Tales of Hollis. But like I said, it is kind of distracting because it's like, I'm torn between two lovers now. Revolution Full Color or Tales of Hollis. Which do I do? In the end, it's going to be Revolution Full Color because I don't have anybody designed for Tales of Hollis outside of Yuya and, Kaila. Oh, and also Lila. Her, secret evil twin sister. Because of course, why not? There's always gotta be an evil twin. I forgot to mention my fanfic, and I give the explanation for Bowman, where his human self was and turned into after Wendy ran over his brother, that the real Haruso wakes up. That's all I have in my story right now, but if I ever do anything with her locked design with my girl, who is Koke Onizuki's GF, as an elusive main character, I'll happily share it with you. Oh, thanks. I'll be happy to see it. Oh man, I sniffed in a weird way. I breathed in from my nose, and it's like, it gave me a headache all of a sudden. Oh, whatever. Anyway, it's gone. But yeah, that was another thing I really hated. Is like, you cannot tell me that the users for the AIs, that they were all going to be like just Okay, so the Earth one is Spectre? I do not believe that. And the Wind one dies off screen. I do not believe that was the original plan. Nothing in my life will convince me that. I think that Spectre was originally supposed to have the Wind one, and the Earth one was originally supposed to belong to Go Onizuki. Nothing, like I said, nothing can change my mind in that. And the Water one was supposed to belong to Blue Angel. I hated what they did to Blue Angel. I really liked her design. And I liked what they did with her at first. And then they did nothing with her. But they still kept her around, and they kept giving her upgrades. And it was like, why are you upgrading her? She's got 0 character development, practically. It just seems like they did nothing with her, and I hated it. Anyway, I'm not done yet, but I am done with Yuya for now, so he's gonna go away into the ether. Oh, wait. What the heck? I'm gonna try to finish it. But yeah, I have a similar concept to Brains, where they were kidnapped and forced to play board games in a dual dungeon, but to build the digital world above. Cool. I didn't want to believe that either, so I picked Haru as the Wind partner because there wasn't an explanation for Bowman and Haru's existence. Yeah, I hated them. And Bowman was into someone who was stuck in a coma. Yeah. Something, anything. I did not like what they did. Like, I did not like Bowman. I hated him. I did not like Haru. I hated that character as well. And it's just like, I feel like something went horribly wrong with Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. I'm the opposite of fanfic writers. I'll write 1,000 main characters and stories, but if I write one fanfic that isn't fixing garbage movie or ending, I'll stall like a broke car engine. Until Bowman, the AI was offline and able to wake up, but his adoptive parent and Haru were both dead, and he had absolutely nothing. Yeah, it was just, like I said, it was all weird, and I need to redo these shoes because they're awful. I can think more, like, I think it's because it's just like I'm having trouble thinking because I'm trying to draw and talk at the same time, but it's like, which I've never been good at. Because usually when I'm designing a character, I take a long time because I just like sit and think about everything. But I'm gonna redesign his shoes. Same here, and made a new Ignis that combines the attributes of Go and Blue Angel. Got partners for those combined Ignis attributes as well. Ignises, that's what they were called. Yeah, I forgot that detail. Yeah, I can still go longer. Just seeing what time it was. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. Can you guys hear the doggo in the background? I haven't watched any of the Yu-Gi-Ohs in a long time. I haven't even watched Zexal in a while. Here, I'll be right back. I just gotta do something. There we go, I'm back. Also, interesting fact, Yu-Gi-Oh! Varanes, if I remember correctly, I mean, I think it's really pretty much the, aggressively pets doggo. Doggo, dog. Everyone's saying hello to you, Tulip. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Varanes, I think was like the last, I think it's the one of the last TV shows I've actually watched as it airs, with only a few exceptions. Like, I don't really just watch shows as they air anymore. Like, even My Hero Academia, like, I was watching it as it aired, but there were times when I just, like, fell behind and I did not get caught up. The only show that I watched as it airs and kept up to date was every single episode as they came up was Kimetsu no Yaiba. And Kimetsu no Yaiba, I didn't start until, it was already, at episode 20. So that's when I started watching Kimetsu no Yaiba. Episode 20 of season 1, that is. So, that's the only show that I've watched as it airs. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Varanes, again, it's the one reason why I don't watch things as they air. It's definitely why I do not suffer fools when it comes to TV shows anymore, because my time is valuable. So it's just like, if you can't get your act together, like, in 2 seconds, I'm not going to watch you. The only time I will watch something that is, like, with the Spider-Man show, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, that I know is gonna probably be bad, and so far I'm not wrong in that assumption. Like, I try not to be one of those people who just makes assumptions, but it's just like, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. The show is not proving me wrong, folks. There we go. That's a little bit more easier. I it's just like, that one, I'm watching it because I'm critiquing it. I'm watching it with the attitude of, oh, this, I'm not gonna, like, that's the only reason why I'm watching it. Like, if I had actually more higher expectations, I probably would just wait until it ends, because it's like, again, I just don't like wasting my time and waiting for years for a show to come out just for it to not be good. Oh, morning, Spaz! Me, as the Toad meme, I don't think, therefore I do. That's probably preferable. Sevens and Go Rush, I never watched this. I never watched any of those. I was done with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I remember when Go Rush got announced. I didn't finish reading Ryan Kite's comments, but I just wanted to say this. Like, I remember when Go Rush came out, I was just like, oh my goodness. I think I'm too old for Yu-Gi-Oh, folks. I never fought that a day in my life, but then when that came out, and it was, like, so much, like, with the Reigns, everyone was, praising it, because it's like, oh, it's for an older audience, and we love it, blah, 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 it's gonna be like Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, and it's like, it wasn't good, though. But then, when Yu-Gi-Oh's, I think, like, I believe the creators knew that it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains was not good, that's why they went into a totally different direction, and with Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, I've never watched any of them. I didn't even know that, there was an ever Yu-Gi-Oh! Past, Go. Anyway, let me finish. That's probably preferred. Sevens and Go Rush were the next two Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows, and, we're now in a new format, Rush Duels. I thought they were garbage. Yeah, last show I watched that aired was Better Call Saul Season 6. Understandable. As adults, we have less time for PS. Yeah. When did the Reigns end, actually? I gotta remember that. How long has it been? Let's see. It was also the last one, I think, to be done by Studio Gallup. Oh, Sevens. Okay, so Sevens is out. 2019? My life! What has become was it? That was so long ago. So Sevens was the one that preceded, and then Go Rush was after that. Is it still airing? Oh no, it just it ended last. No wait, that's the anime. Okay, so the anime is still ending. 148 episodes? Wait, how much was Exel? How long was Exel? Okay. Original Yu-Gi-Oh, which considered Yuya Zero by many people, 1998. 1998, okay. 1999 was the film. I never saw that. I think I saw parts of it. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, which is obviously the one that I grew up with. I watched a few random episodes as it aired. But then I watched the full show around 2000, I don't know. Anyway, 2000, okay, so 2004, Pyramid of Light. I think I remember when that aired, came out, because I think I remember seeing commercials, and I think there's like a McDonald's tie-in. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, watched a few random episodes of that as it aired. Same thing was 5Ds, too, but I didn't watch the entire show until later. Capsule Monsters, miniseries, okay, so 2006, Beyond Times, 2010. Zexal was 2011 to 2012, Zexal 2. Oh yeah, that's the thing, those two shows were counted as two separate ones. So that's actually the funny thing. Because again, I think Zexal, they ended up being good writers, and they ended up getting their crap together, and it ended up being really good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns, okay, was the shortest one until Sevens. Sevens was only 92 episodes, and Go Rush is 144 already? It's almost surpassed Arc V and, well, Zexal if you put both of them together. But, just like, what could be going on in that show? And Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game The Chronicles. That's the newest one. It's coming out in April 2025. So for a total of... Wow. That is a lot of episodes. Go Rush, I think, was supposed to get a second... never season, because there hasn't been a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime announced. Sevens and Go Rush were done by Studio Bridge, that apparently can't write to save their lives past 26 episodes. Sheep is as an adult, it's not time to duel, goes home. I'm watching, the cat of the villain to villainess. Dad's been reincarnated as it airs, but that's it. Oh, you're watching Invincible as it airs. Cool. Yeah, but like I said, I don't really watch. I'm trying to think of it because I don't want to give out misinformation, but I think that is. I think that is the only show that I'm watching as it airs. Because I can't think of anything. I can't even think of anything that I'm watching. Because I didn't watch Apothecary Diaries as it aired. A lot of people hype that show up a lot. And when I saw it, it was like, I was having fun with it, but, okay, here's the funny thing about Apothecary Diaries. I know no one in the chat's probably even watched that anime, but let me talk about it. Apothecary Diaries, I definitely wouldn't consider worse than Yona the Dawn, but Yona the Dawn I actually put on my top anime list. But if I'm thinking back to it, I don't think Yona the Dawn's, like, I actually like it better than Yona the Dawn, but at the same like I think it's a little bit more interesting, but at the same time I don't think that it would be on my top anime list. Like I'm wondering if my taste I haven't read or watched Yona the Dawn in a long time. I'm trying to reread my mangas because I own the manga up until like hard copies of the manga up until volume 20 no 30 31 I think is when I own up to, or is it just 30? I don't know. And I stopped reading around 20-ish, 6-ish, 27-ish. So I need to reread it to see if it's worth the time of being in my care. But anyway, so it's like I'm just kind of weirded out. I mean, I think I like Yona the Dawn better still because like I said, I wouldn't put Apothecary Diaries on my top anime list, but it's just kind of weird because I think my taste have really changed. And I think if I was actually watching Yona the Dawn now, I don't think I would like it as much because even with the manga, I used to really enjoy it as a teen, but now I'm just kind of like I don't really want to read it. But I need to read it because, like I said, I need to see. Because if not, I might sell it. Because I could use some. I want to see some extra money. So it will most likely surpass all the other animes' length. Card Game Chronicles is basically animating shorts for archetypes, so that sounds like something I'd probably check out. Yeah, I think I heard about that. Never seen any trailer for it. Oh, that's one anime I probably will watch as it airs. I'll probably watch the new My Hero Academia anime. So they're gonna be making a My Hero Academia anime out of the prequel that isn't written by Horikoshi. Vigilantes. I'm actually looking forward to that. I can't wait for everyone to complain about the main female character because her outfit's pretty revealing, and I guarantee you that a lot of people will be saying like certain things about her. Like I can already know what they'll be saying about her, and it's just like I'm ready. I don't interact with these fan bases of any anime outside of drawing fan art. I don't interact with fan bases because they're toxic, all of them. But yeah, usually I'll watch an anime like after it airs. I'm still waiting for news on when the Kimetsu no Yaiba anime will air. Movie will appear. It says 2025. I'm now thinking it doesn't mean until late 2025, which is like bleh. Wait, you think Yu-Gi-Oh! You think Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush will surpass all of them? I highly doubt it will surpass the 224 episodes of Duel Monsters. Hardly any show I know outside of ones that are continually still running, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! No, not Yu-Gi-Oh! One Piece and Naruto and stuff like that. Like, I don't see it going past 200 episodes. Most animes don't do that anymore. But I am legitimately surprised that it's still running. When it comes to anime, I miss when I was younger and I didn't have really much taste. And then I could pretend that the things I liked were good. That's a good mindset. Morning, Racer Grid. What Ruby, Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, and Miraculous Lady taught me is that if it reeks of BS, stop watching. Yeah. I'm gonna admit, like, I don't have the same attachment to Ruby as everybody else does, probably. Because I did watch it later and I already knew. I went in going in that it was gonna go downhill. And honestly, there's a part of me that really wants Ruby to continue because I want to see where it goes. Plus, it's one of those things I just have fun roasting with my brother. But I really want to see where it goes. I think I heard something about it maybe continuing. I don't know. But, What kind of church music is this? Oh yeah, I forgot about the OG being 200 plus episodes, so maybe the second longest Yu-Gi-Oh anime announced. Yeah. I'd be surprised. I'm not saying they won't, but I would legitimately be surprised. Because even nowadays, like, many of animes, like, Attack on Titans is... How many episodes is Attack on Titan? Titan TV series. Yep. 94 episodes. Oh, it says it right there. I was doing some math, and then I was like, wait. And then I was like, okay. So yeah, 94 episodes, so not that long. But even that, each season was ordered individually, like, as if it was their own anime. I think that's how they, like, do, like, with taxes and stuff or whatever. I don't know how it all works, but I do know that's the case. Like, that's one reason why Noragami is Noragami. Instead of Noragami Season 1 and 2, it's Noragami and Noragami Aragato. That's the show I wish it would continue, but it doesn't. And it's like, even if it did continue, it's like, the cast and staff who worked on it are all 10 years older. Well, over 10 years now. That's the entire reason why I started reading, the Dawn manga, because I just wanted the anime to continue. But it hasn't. So, I'm trying to think, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains was disappointing, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V was major disappointing, Ruby not so much, Young Justice Season 3 was a disappointment. I wasn't surprised by it being bad, but oh my goodness. But at the same time, Season 2 really... Like, looking back, Season 2 is pretty good, but it has a lot of issues. So, I would say that's also a disappointment. But, because I'm trying to think of, like, shows that I watched that were really big disappointments. I would say Young Justice Season 2 actually had the biggest impact on me. Young Justice Season 3 is why I've learned the hard way that maybe shows shouldn't continue. Because it's like when I was younger, I wanted Spectacular Spider-Man to continue, but it's like, no, not anymore. I can't do it. And now looking at the way the animation is for the new show, it's like they really can't do it. Like looking at Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, oh, the animation in that's so good. Like I said, I really do like the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was the first Marvel show that I watched. Because I watched Spectacular Spider-Man as it aired, and then I went back, when Spectacular Spider-Man was on hiatus, I watched Spider-Man, the animated series from the 90s, and that was really good. And I saw a lot of characters from the Avengers there, and I also did see some Avengers, but then the Avengers was the first one that I watched that got me really deep into understanding Marvel characters. I really like, my favorite characters in that, I like Black Panther, I don't like Hulk, but I do like Bruce Banner. Hulk just wasn't my type of hero. I like him a lot more now as an adult, but when I was a kid, I didn't like him. I loved Iron Man, and Wasp was just female, so naturally I made 2 shoes, didn't I? Well, I like this one better. It was just really, like I said, it was really good. Yeah, I stopped watching Young Justice after Season 3. One person at Twitter was trying to... And, like, hey, if you like Young Justice Season 3, that's cool. I'm not going to stop you. But they were giving their reasons as why it was good. And I'm just like... I think one of the biggest reasons why is just, like... I don't care about any of these characters. Season 1 did a great job in making me love every single character. I mean, like, Season 1 took Kid Flash, who I didn't really like, in just one episode. I really did like him. It was the episode Cold Hard. Like, that is such a good episode, and I love it. And here's a fun fact. I didn't know that the actor who plays, I forget his name, but the actor who plays Wally West in Injustice is the same actor who plays Silco from the cartoon Arcane. For some reason it sounded weird when I called Arcane a cartoon. Yeah. Like, oh my goodness, I had no idea. He's got a lot of range. He's got a lot of range. Like, he does an amazing job. He does really good as Wally West, but he does an amazing job as Silco. Arcane, that was another show. Like, I really liked season 1. Like, there were some things I didn't like about it. Like, I wasn't one of those people who thought it was oh so perfect. But I did like a lot of things in season 1. And I think it is really nice written, even though the things I don't like in it. There are things I don't like. I'm still going to say, oh, this is still a really good written show. I can admit that. With season 2, I did end up enjoying it. Outside of the last 2 episodes, which I didn't like. I thought they were bad. But even looking back, I'm like, this could have been better. Like, I still think I enjoyed them, but I can easily understand why other people really did not like it. Like, I don't think anyone quote-unquote hated it, but at the same time, it's just like, it wasn't as good as season 1. Okay, one's more rounded. I'm trying to figure out what to do with these fat tongues. Because one's more rounded, and the other's more square. I think I like the square one, so I'm gonna fix it up. A good Reddit Twitter got irrationally angry when I called Arcane a cartoon. Well, I would have never guessed. The dude has some range. Yeah, me neither. And the funny thing is after I thought, because me and my brother are watching the Superman, and the DC animated universe movies. So we started with Flashpoint Paradox. Well, actually, we skipped that one because we watched that one a lot because that one's the best. And then, so we started with War, and then we're on The Death and Reign of Superman, which I really love that one. That one is a good movie. Like, that one isn't just a good out of the series of the movies, because most of them are just so mid. Like, most of the DC animated universe movies are just like, meh, this is not good. It's not. I don't like it. I mean, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's just like, it just kind of feels very bland and generic, and there's sometimes I don't know the characters, and the continuity is like a little all over the place. I have to try to figure out the timeline and stuff, and it's kind of annoying. And like, some movies are very rushed. And like, with Bat Blood, which is I think one of the worst, it's just like, I don't really care. And Dark I actually did like a little bit the second time I watched it, because I actually finished it this time, because the first time I didn't finish it, because it's just like that. But then when it got to the ending, it's just like it got to the part when Felix Faust and Dr. Destiny were just there, it's just like, oh my goodness. I just realized I don't care. But the Death and Reign of Superman are really good because it actually feels like Superman. Like, they did a really good job. They make it... It's darker because it is rated PG-13, but it still feels like Superman, and I just like it. It's really good. And, that one's the best. But anyway, we were watching Teen Titans Judas Contract, which that one's actually... The Teen Titans ones are the best movies. But they're not as good as the Superman movies. But anyway, we were watching it, and in it they have the actors who plays, again, the actor who played Wally West play Kid Flash in the Teen Titans movie in the flashback, and Chris Freeman plays Red Arrow, and they both played those respective characters in Young Justice as well. So I was looking up the cast to see, okay, what else did he play in, because I was curious, and then I found out it was Silco, and I was like, after that, I was like, okay, I can actually hear it. I can hear it now, but I would never have guessed. Because, like, I come into a world, like, it was anime. A lot of characters who were younger, they're played by, you know, girls and stuff. I mean, women. So, very few male actors have the range to play off a teenager. a young teenager. So it's just like, and then when they do have the range to play a younger teenager, they don't usually play older characters. At least not like Silco. So I was very impressed. Anyway, yeah, yeah, I could see a Redditor getting mad when you call Arcane a cartoon because they probably think cartoons are for babies and stuff like that. I'm definitely not of that belief, so I've got no problem. But it does feel weird calling it a cartoon. I guess I would call it an animated series because I kind of reserve cartoons for 2D animation, so I guess I wouldn't call it a cartoon, but at the same time, I'm not going to spaz out if I do call it a cartoon. Some friends recommended that I become a VTuber for easy money. I think I'd rather sell off-brand coins underneath a bridge. I wouldn't become a VTuber, but I mean, I do have sprites and stuff, but I haven't used them in a while, so maybe I classify myself as a PNG tuber. I'm trying to get... But, okay, so now that I'm finished with my commissions, I might as well say what I'm planning. I'm going to work on Revolution Full Color, but I'm going back and, let's see, let me show you guys what I'm up to. Revolution Full Color, there it is. So, I'm redoing, I went over the spelling mistakes. I'm just going to delete that. I went over the spelling mistakes that I made in, season chapter 0. I also changed a few things, like, so in the case, this character was originally supposed to be named Zhang Liu, but I changed her name to Ji Liu. The reason why is because there's some symbolism with her name starting with Z instead of an X. So, and I like the name Ji, so I ended up changing her name to Ji, and I also, like I said, fixed some dialogue and spelling. I also fixed a few art mistakes that I made. Not too many in that department, but because there's just some things I can't do. And then after that, I'm going to go over chapter 1, fix any spelling mistakes, which I definitely know exist there because I made that one in a rush. And then I gotta fix Misato's outfit because I gave her, she no longer has, let me just open up one page. She no longer has transparent sleeves, so I'm just gonna make normal sleeves. And her hoodie is no longer cyan, it is black, so I'm gonna change that. I'm also gonna get rid of the garter belts, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna work on that, and then after that, I'll draw chapter 2, and I might do some of that on live stream too, so that way it'll be entertaining, and you guys actually know I'm working on it. Okay, almost done with the line art with Yuya. I think I'm gonna make one more layer to that scarf. I got like 3 layers. But it just comes down a little too far. There we go. I like this outfit I actually came, even though it was like something I did on the fly on stream. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just coming up with things randomly as I draw them live right now. But I really do like this because it looks like something, it looks kind of fantasy adventure, but at the same time it doesn't look too far out there. Like it does look more grounded. And then meanwhile you have Kaila, who's very insistent on dressing very prim and proper. Because like I said, she just lost her memory, so she doesn't know she's a princess and stuff, but she kind of feels like she might. And then Yuya's younger sister, or at least a girl. So, I'm actually not sure if she'll be Yuya's younger sister now. Yeah, I think she would. Yeah, it's Yuya's younger sister. I almost said Yuya. Yuma. She would, suggest to Kaila that she's a princess. So then Kaila kind of gets in her head, oh, I must be a princess. So then she kind of gets a little full of herself. And so she's very determined on dressing elegant and prim and proper. But of course, that's another reason for that is also just because she is a princess. And because of her backstory, she remembers a few things subconsciously. I'm not going to do the pommel of the sword because I'm going to do some designs on it. But I'm just going to make the outline of the blade. I'm going to use the line art tool. I don't usually like using the line art tool. So I used to use the line art tool a lot back when I used the mouse. And even when I switched to a tablet, I still used the line art tool a lot in painttoolsai. But then once I came over to clipstudiopaint, I was like, oh, you can actually use any pen that you want, not just one line art pen and one line art curve line. You can actually, you know, use any pen you want. So it's like, that's actually really cool. So I ended up stopping using these. And one reason why I don't like the curve line is because you can't get any of the pressure, you know, where the lines get thicker and thinner. I mean, you can, but you gotta do it all yourself. And it doesn't make the lines seem as organic. And I think wedding music is playing. If anyone's getting married, these songs playing for you, folks. Dum da dum dum dum. I wonder if Mendelssohn knew that his Midnight Dream song would be played at every single wedding. I think I don't know why. I feel like if he knew, he would have probably made it a little different. But then again, maybe he did. I didn't do much research in Mendelssohn. I love classical music, but I'm not going to pretend like I did a whole bunch of deep research into the composers. The one I know the most about is Beethoven. I know a little bit about Mozart, and but I don't know as many of Mozart's songs. Like, if you give me a song of Mozart, unless it's one that I specifically know, then I won't. And I know about Vivaldi, a little bit about Vivaldi. But even with Vivaldi, the only song that I can recognize from him is the Four Seasons. And even then, not all of them, because if you do play Summer to me, and it's like from the middle part, I probably won't recognize it. Spring and Winter are the ones I recognize the most. Just bottom feed off boss. Okay, there we go. There we go, just thought I refreshed the chat. I'm always nervous anytime I don't see the chat move. Because it's like, not because it's like, oh, someone needs to be watching me, kind of like that. It's just like, no, I'm more nervous just because it's like, is the chat going and is YouTube falling behind again? Because that happens. It's like, I don't want that to happen. Yuma looks very cool. Yuya. Not Yuma. He was based off of Yuma, but his name is Yuya. And again, he's not named after Yuya Sakaki from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, because I named him before that came out, but it was right on the cusp of it. So it was like, no intention. So he's not based off of Yuya from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V, and he's not named after him, but so those are all just a coincidence. Yuma, I will admit to, was Oh, yeah, it's fine. It just got me thinking, because, like, with Yuya, it is no, like I said, there's no connection, to him. It's just all coincidence. Mistaken identity, folks. That's one thing that's definitely changed about me and my taste when I was younger to when I was older. When I was younger, I always thought, oh, there should be a female Yuya protagonist. I want to see a cool female, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I wish there was. And now it's like, as adults, I'm like, I don't care. It's like, of course it's not gonna have a female. It's a show made primarily for boys, and I got no problem with that. Although I think, wasn't Go Rush, wasn't its protagonist a shared, female, male? I don't know. If it was, then it's like, it figures it's right when I stop watching it. So you're saying, though, Riot Kitty, that those aren't good, that I shouldn't waste my time? I need to sleep, so see ya, and have a good morning. Ciao! Thank you so much for stopping by, Razor Grid. Have a good night's sleep. Bahaha, says the sheep. Technically, three main characters, an alien and a girl and a boy who are twins. I actually like that aesthetic, but I guess I've never watched it, so I don't know if it's good or not. Speaking of never watched, that was a show that I wish it was good, because it has nice animation and nice designs, but, I watched a little bit of it and I was not impressed by it. And also I heard a lot of bad things about it. Voltron, the American version, not the anime. Not the original anime. There we go. And there you... I'm not gonna go yet. I'm still gonna touch up a few things. But that is the main part of him. And I'm gonna see what I'm gonna fill him up with some base coloring for a minute, so that way I can see properly. I'm not sure if I'll color him in Sai. I colored Kaila in Sai because it was just gonna be easier. I'm not gonna make the sketch. Line art. Base. Delete that. Fill it out with some purple, so that way I can see. Oh wait. Make that disappear. In my opinion, I think Go Rush is a waste of time. It actually starts off solid, but then devolves into nonsense, and lost me after the center arc. Fill him up, yayo. Yep. Fill him up. I admit I am one of those people who, you could have me read something that's inappropriate on stream as a joke, and I won't notice it. Probably until after I read it, and even then it'll probably take me time. He's made of purple energy. Yep. Make the sketch disappear. And then, I had a feeling that happened. I knew Kaila should be in front, but at the same time, his sword's going right in front of her face. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna make him standing in... No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say maybe him standing in front, but his sword behind her. But then I was like, that doesn't really... That's an awkward way to hold it. I'm gonna have to think of that, folks. I'm gonna delete this line. Just make it one whole line. There we go. No, don't delete. Just move. There we go. You got this. Do I? Do I really? I don't think I do. Like Go Rush delves into time travel and made itself Seven's prequel via main character of the previous show back in time somehow and gave Rush Duel to people at that time. Oh, that makes my head hurt. I knew there was some way that I was gonna say, I thought they were connected. Yu-Gi-Oh! Because that's what I thought Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush was just a sequel. Okay, let's see. Just put that right there. Nope. Then he's hidden behind the umbrella. What to do, what to do. This is why I knew I had to fill him in. Yeah, I could just do that. Change up the composition of the drawing. Just make it like this. And then... So Yuya is shorter than Kaila. At least at the start of the series. He's 16, she's 17. And... Or he might be 15, I don't know. I might make him 15, actually. It's just that when every time you make an age and it's like there's a little bit gap in between, people freak out. And they're like, oh my goodness, 2 years. The horror. Not that I really care, but I do think 16 was probably a bit our age, but Kaila's kind of immature for her age. So I guess it doesn't matter. It's not like she's gonna go to school. I was gonna add Lila to this piece, but I don't think I will because it'll probably unbalance it. So I'll keep the sketch, but I will not do that. So let me see. Yeah, I think I can do a little bit of base coloring. Go away to the ether, Kaila. So originally, I think Yuya was supposed to have brown eyes, but I gave him silver. That was the one thing I changed later on, and I changed it based off of Ruby. Don't ask me why. Just make the sketch disappear for now. Oh, I'm so glad. Congratulations, Maple. the main non-existent antagonist of Sevens turns out to, I can't really explain it, but I'll try. A form changing into a Lovecraftian thing triggered by a certain time travel and keeps possessing people. Interesting. I don't know. I think you're kind of making me a little bit more interested in Riot Kitty just because I want to see how it goes. That was the one thing that I changed, like I said, originally in my first draft of Tales of Halls, because it was based off Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, and just because I was one of those weebos. Every character was Japanese because they all had a Japanese name, because I thought they were so cool and exotic, and Japanese names still are really pretty, don't get me wrong. But I decided not to make everybody Japanese. So the only one who is Japanese now is, Yuya and his family. And even then, he's only half Japanese. His mom is European. I hope everything goes well with the pregnancy, Mabel, and I wish you the best. Do you know if it's a boy or a girl? Or is it too soon? Damn, we're both giving our characters eye colors of Rue. Victoria and Xavier have eyes for Crow because his color was gray. And that's it. Well, great minds think alike, right? Well, no, I just really liked, like I said, if I go back far enough, let me see. Yuya. Type it in. Yeah, originally he was going to have purple eyes, but then I changed it to silver. Because yeah, this picture wasn't made by me. This was made by my friend Mayo, aka Lydia. She made it of her and Yuya sitting next to each other because she thought that they would look so cute together, and they are. So yeah, originally he was going to have purple eyes, but I changed him to silver because of Ruby. Too soon, but I don't mind either. Totally up to you to see how insane Go Rush is. Yeah, I mean, I might not watch it all the way through, but I might check it out. More just because I want to see. But if I was gonna, I have a secret confession to make, folks. And if you know me, you already know it. I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX at all. I used to think it was okay when I was watching it, but then I started getting a little, I was bored with it. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5Ds I actually used to hate, but now it's the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Series I've rewatched outside of Zexal. So I guess I don't hate it anymore. The one reason why I was so bitter about 5Ds was because everybody was saying it was so much better than Zexal, and I always hated that. Because it's just like, Zexal isn't bad. Zexal is good. But Zexal's the one I love still. Like, that's the one I like. It's still on my watch list. Top list. Whoa. How'd that happen? Hope I didn't show anything private. I have no idea how that's... I'm in the shocked and dismayed phase. Yeah, but, oh, yeah, about, yeah, see, I just find it a little boring. It takes a long time to get to its plot. It's just like... There are some things that I like about it, but then there are some things that's just like... GX is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Show. Aw. I won't trash it. But I don't think it's bad, I just think it's boring. But I shall restrain on my trash talk if you like it. It's cool. But again, I also think the one reason why is just because everybody kept on saying, oh, well, this is good, but it's like, GX took because a lot of people, so many people were saying, Zexal takes forever to get to its plots. I'm like, have you seen GX? There's so much filler before it. Okay, there we go. And then get that carrot top head. I don't know why I decided to give him, because I had this design in my head for a long time, and then finally when I drew it, I kind of just traced over Yuma at the time, and I gave him a carrot head because I thought it would look funny if his head looked like an upside down carrot. So that is what his head. Like, for real though, Vrains is the only one that I hate. And the ending of GX. I mean, not GX, Arc V. Because I think, like, I would have still liked Zexal more, but Arc V did what I wanted to do, what wanted to see in Yu-Gi-Oh! For so long. I wanted to see the old characters come back, and they did, but it's like, they did it horribly, and I hated how, with the Synchro Dimension, it was pretty much a love letter to 5Ds. They spent so much time there, and they dedicate a lot of time to Jack, and it's just like, Zexal, we only got one Zexal character. We got 2 for GX, Alexis and Aster. We got 1 for Zexal. I was really hoping to see more, but no, we got 1. And it sucked. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Kaila, but 1? And we hardly see any time there, and it's like a wreck. And it's like, which makes sense, obviously the synchro will happen, but it's just like, it showed so much potential, and then it fell from heaven and splattered onto the pavement. Oh wait, I just realized I don't understand my own character's head. Wrong color. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is definitely good, and I think Season 2 brought it back in the end, but definitely had, but everything that's in between definitely had some serious problems. Yeah. I hated how they just threw away Carly and Jack's relationship because of the voice actor scandal thing. I hated it. Carly and Jack were so cute! Why'd they do that? And I think Akiza's character got... See, that's another thing, too. Akiza's character was supposed to be a lot greater, but then Crow came in and ruined everything. And I hated that, so that's another reason why at one time I did hate Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. But now I'm just like, whatever. If I just accept it and move past it, it's not bad. Because Akiza really was, like, every time I think about what I want in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Character, Akiza really was everything, and they totally fumbled the ball with her. And I hate it. And it's not because it's like, on one hand, I first didn't mind because it's like, okay, it makes sense. She's a girl in the boys' show, so yeah, it makes sense. But then I found out, no, she was supposed to be there, but they didn't because Crow. And I'm like, well, that just made me angry. I hated it. Like, they put Kiza in the background just for him. I liked Crow, but then I didn't like Crow after I found that out. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun at all. But whatever. I'm gonna make a temp line. Once I just accepted it and moved on past it, and then I actually found that I actually liked a lot. Like, the Dark Synards arc's my favorite. I think it's really good. And I like some parts about the future archy, whatever you want to call it. Funnily enough, it wasn't because the voice actor scandal. The cult stuff came in after they finished. So yeah, the relationship was seemingly thrown away, actually for no reason. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. So yeah, I don't know what to believe when it comes to that. All I do know is that I still hated it because they were a cute couple and I liked them. I guess maybe they just didn't want the guy character to be in love with a girl because it was too mushy for shonen like that. But like I said, I liked it. But I'm also a girl too, so maybe it just didn't test good with the uh, boys who were watching. Which, yeah, I can understand, but at the same time, it's like it was a bummer. But yeah, now that you do say that, I do remember something about that. I haven't looked into it fully. But all I do know is that I think Carly and Akiza both got screwed over. And that's one reason why for a long time I did not like 5Ds. Even though a lot of people like it. And like I said, another part was just the bitterness of the fact that everyone was praising it over Zexal. I guess somewhere on top they said no romance. And I get it. I mean, it's not a romance show, so I don't think it should be crammed in there. But it's like you did have it. It's like you didn't even have to make them all mushy and stuff. Just, like, don't throw her away. But I think that's, like, that's one reason why I definitely think, like Ryoga has his twin sister was Ryo, because it's like you can make them close together, but you know they're siblings, so they're not like gonna be in love and stuff. Because it's not like my sister can't be this cute, because we're not in one of those shows. I did get the name right, didn't I? I don't know. I'll be honest, the only thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when some friends from high school got really psychotic about it, and it was when it got big in the US, so it was extra bad. Oh, wow. I was homeschooled, so I didn't really deal with any of that stuff. But I will say that I did play it with the card game with my friend, my next door neighbor, when we were younger, and it was fun. I cheated, but it was fun. I can't play cards. I can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless I got a head start, folks. My brother's good at it, though. There we go. There's the bangs. Almost done. He's gonna be a lot easier to color than Kaila was. Kaila was pretty hard to color because she's got all those intricate details. For sure. I view Crow now, even though he technically is not a bad character, the 5D soul burn when he was given the spotlight to determine of the ever characters. I can't hate Arc V. The last 2 dimension storylines were rushed and kind of WFT moments. Yeah. Like, I remember because I kept more in touch because of the channel You Get Everything. I kept more, like, in tune with what was going on behind the scenes, was that because it was happening in real time. One of the artists was literally saying, at least I think it was a woman, she was literally saying, hey, the next episode's gonna be airing, like, next week, and I don't got a design for Zark. What's he supposed to look like? I'm like, oh my goodness. Was it really that bad? Okay, now for the eyelashes. Okay, this is kind of shonen-y music. Okay, almost done, folks. As soon as I'm done with the base coloring, I'll go to the moon, Alice. What song is this? Never Better. I kind of like it. Sometimes you find some nice music in the YouTube audio library, I'm gonna admit. Like, there are a few songs I actually have on my actual playlist because I'm like, I like them. I remember that no wonder Zark's design looked slapped together onto Yuya, because the artist didn't know what he was supposed to look like. Yeah. And what's really sad is that Yuya and Yuzu are the only ones that come back. Well, it's like, bye, Serena. Bye. Ruri, bye, Yuto, bye, Yuri. Well, we don't really care about Yuri. Bye, Yu-Gi-Oh! You like those characters? Well, it doesn't matter. They're not coming back. Don't worry. They're all still inside. They're all still inside Yuya, so it's no different. It's like, yes, it is. It's awful, and I hated it how they don't come back. Because I liked Yuto. I liked Ruri. I didn't know Ruri very much, but I liked her design. And I liked the cute relationship she had with Yuto. I liked Rin's design. It kind of looked like a salad was on her head, but I liked it. And obviously I like Serena. Ruru was probably my favorite, but I like Selena. But no, the only one to come back is Yuya and Yuzu. Because screw you if you like them. And why did they even come back as that? Technically, should they come back as anything? Shouldn't it be Rei and Zark, since they were the originals? It's like, they wouldn't do that, because, you know, Yuya is the protagonist. I remember, oh, and boy, Arc V was precursor to Varane's, where an entire episode did not have a storyboard, and the animators had to make something up sometimes. Yeah, that's sad that their existence is deleted, and inside Yuya and Yuzu from then on. Yeah, that is sad. I mean, like I said, I'm not sad about Yuri. He was a little psychopath, but the rest of them, it's just like, well, there you go. And I like the concept. Like I said, I thought it was so cool that it was actually, you have the ancient big bad, and it was a girl who was the one who locked away Zark. That was cool. But you messed it up. I feel like Kenny from Attack on Titans, when he was telling Rod, it's like, you really screwed things up. That's a villain in Attack on Titans, by the way. I'm sorry, I was just thinking of the way he says it. Well, I think he specifically says screwed the pooch, but whatever. That's what I just feel like the offers did. Okay, now let's try to think of the colors. So I want a red jacket. I'm not sure if this stuff will stick, so if I come back to this and it's different, I might change it. Oh, still got the back of the hair. Almost. Because, so in Revolution Full Color has a bunch of, like, color symbolism and color theory and all that weird stuff. But in Tales of Hollow, so the theme would definitely be I mean, everyone is color coded because I just always loved that ever since I was younger. But the main theme is elements. So Yuya has got a fire theme going on. Or you could say it's a carrot, ketchup, and mustard theme. Yeah, I'm probably going to subject this to change later on because I'm not sure about everything here. But I just want to put something down. Yellow. And then the scarf is going to be black. Because originally I made black. It was just Kaila's favorite color just in general. At first I gave an edgy region, like, the reason why she likes black is because she's always in mourning. And then I was like, oh, that's cringe. So then I just made her like black because she likes the color black. I mean, I like the color black. But then I thought, okay, so she still does like black because she likes black. But I thought of another idea that's also the colors of her kingdom. Black and silver. And I based that idea off of Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's kingdom. Its kingdom's colors seem to be black and silver. And I was like, that's actually really interesting. I like that. It's very unique because usually you don't associate that with a kingdom. So that's what colors I decided to give her. Black, and Kaila, she likes black because it's her colors, kingdom colors, black, white, and silver. But at the same time, she doesn't just like it because she likes it. And Yuya's scarf, because it comes from the legendary hero, has to be the same color that Kaila likes. But that's not because she was a legendary hero, so it's not because of that reason. Okay. I think I'll make the pants black as well. There's a lot of gaps in this, but I'm not going to bother them with right now because I don't want to. I actually think I like the purple or the blue. So I'm actually gonna stick to that and actually make the shirt that color. Oh, that's the jacket. It's like, what is that? Does he have an extra finger? I know I made some mistakes with the hand, but it's like, is it really that bad? There we go. I get caught up with chat. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. For some reason, Zark went into Riley, even though his existence was in the four boys combined, and also Ray was also Riley, which doesn't make sense. I went to see Zark versus Ray. Yeah, that would have been sweet. And all the U boys and Bracelet girls where cards were played. That would have been sweet. She always wears blue because it reminds her of the time she drank blue Gatorade and had some stomach issues in the same day. No. I'm not talking about something that happened to me, totally. So that's why your profile pic has blue hair. I see. That makes sense now. Mabel's dark secret revealed. Okay, there we go. And then add some shoe 1, shirt, shoe 2. So yeah, like I said, these colors are just temporarily. I do not know what I'm doing. And then, so I am definitely going to probably subject this to change. Dorkut indeed reminds me of the bad times. Oh, it's blue Gatorade. Must have been some traumatic times. Did it happen in an elevator, pray tell? You know, because of Persona Freeze was the elevator aesthetic. One second, Daco. Oh, I've been gassed. So here's the funny thing about this. So his sword, which I have not colored yet, is supposed to be the same color as Kaila's umbrella, because her sword is made out of the weapon called the Hollow Staff, and his sword is also the Hollow Staff. So they're the same thing. So technically, this picture would be inaccurate because both of them can't be holding the same. She can't be holding her umbrella at the same time. He's holding the sword. So some little errors there. 1 second! I'm almost done! I want to let you out, and then you're gonna chase the squirrel anyway, and then you're gonna lose it right when you get out the door. Yeah, I could have described playing Persona 3 while having a real bad fever traumatic. Aw, that's sad. I think the only game I played when I was really, really sick is Kingdom Hearts. I'm just gonna make the entire blade silver because Dad's been reincarnated. It's been a while since an anime made me laugh as hard because the dude gets hit by a truck and is seemingly reborn as an anime game villainess. Yeah, that sounds funny. Okay. I'm gonna make his skin a little less vivid and a little more paler. There we go. It is definitely tanner than Kaila's, but at the same time, it's like not there. And there we have it. I actually got it done. I gotta rechange his name to 2025. But rather than that, that was the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for stopping by. I had a blast talking to all of you. Oh, wait. No, wait. I can't leave yet. I can't leave. I missed something. There we go. Now, okay. Now I can leave. Now there can be peace in the universe. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Anyway, that was the stream. Hope you enjoyed. If you like do all the YouTube things, I will be back with another speed paint. Hopefully real soon. I got a couple of things planned. Disney princess drawing. I got that Snow White drawing I showed you guys earlier. And then I've got some other things. I'm also working on a big project and hopefully Revolution of Full Color. Chapter 0 and Chapter 0 and Chapter 1's re-release. So those will hopefully come about sometime within March or something. And then I'm going to be working on Chapter 2 too, but that won't be for a while. Anyway, hope you had fun. Be safe, and I will see you again real soon, hopefully, Lord willing. Till then, bye!